Hello and welcome to Better Than Paradise. I am Cactus Rosamber, and as a reminder, we are using the Tales from the Loop role-playing game system as a basis to play this Blackout Club inspired story. Some special thanks and shout-outs. Thank you to Drummer Boy for letting me use his old tongue lo-fi beats to chill and sleepwalk to, as well as a couple other original tracks. Thank you to Question Games for creating the Blackout Club and allowing us to experience the world and lore. Thank you to Free League Publishing for making the Tales from the Loop books and campaigns easily accessible. And thank you to everyone who is here, to those lurking, to those voting, to those who will watch and listen to this later. We sincerely appreciate you. And now, it is time to tell a story about some teenagers. Just outside of a small town in the National Radio Quiet Zone, near an area lovingly named Haven Hill, rests a popular campground. In this campground, with its designated campsites and barbecues installed, is a parked, unmarked van. The trunk is open, showing many coolers and bags from the local grocery store. Standing at one of the many barbecues is someone people here may know as Alex, with bedhead and all of their makeup smeared like war paint across their face, and they yawn widely as they mix up a batter to make pancakes. Slightly to the side is Sawyer, washing some fresh fruits and berries. So, welcome everyone. Just gonna throw you right in there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no pressure. Hi.
Pressure?
Not at all.
Amber just pulled back the curtain and revealed us all real fast.
Is everyone else eating, or is Laura the only one putting food in her mouth right now?
I don't think the food's ready yet.
Well,
What? How were we invited? How were we invited? Did we just receive a text be here at 9 a.m.? Yeah.
Logan is not here. Logan's not here. Assuming this is around the time everyone was supposed to arrive, Logan's not here.
yeah, Laura also shows up late, but I feel like for different reasons than Logan.
More intentionally late.
Who said Logan wasn't?
Laura is not intentionally late. You got it wrong. You mixed them up.
Alright, well, while y'all being dramatic, I'll show up early.
Nerd.
As everyone expects.
Do you show up all fully dressed and prepared? Did you eat beforehand even, or are you just...
I would have eaten beforehand because nothing would have been said about getting breakfast.
Alright.
Grab some non-name brand Pop-Tarts on my way out of the house.
Gotcha. Well, you definitely see Alex kind of blurry-eyed, mixing. And Sawyer kind of here's you, I assume, walk up. You've never made any mention about having a bike or anything previously.
I mean, if it's way out of the way, I have biked. We biked Redacre in season 1.
It only happened the one time.
But, if it was close, I would walk.
Okay. Well, you arrive, and however you arrive, Sawyer notices you first, and offers you a big, huge grin, very noticeably a morning person, but greets you and gestures to one of the many random chairs, like folding chairs around the campsite. Says, we'll have it ready soon, promise. While going back to like trying to wash these berries with like bottled water.
I will avoid mentioning that I already ate breakfast. And just say, is everybody else showing up?
No.
Yeah.
We just aren't going.
Nobody else shows up. No, Alex yawns, a huge yawn, and says, I got a couple affirmatives, but nobody's confirmed the time. He like yawns some more, stares down at the batter, and you can hear Alex ask Sawyer, how long have I been mixing this? And Sawyer says, too long.
I love them.
And Alex just kind of like pours all of it onto like the flat plate.
One giant pancake.
Like the giant griddle like thing that they've made out of cleaned up metal, just placed on top of the grill. Like, fuck it, here we go. And yeah.
Okay. Are we sure Alex is safe to be operating, a stove right now?
Is that supposed to be?
Yeah, I was supposed to say.
Sawyer looks at you with the biggest grin and just kind of makes like a cutting motion at his neck, like drop the subject, like, like let's not, like don't.
Okay.
And you get the feeling that this was a topic of conversation before you arrived.
The math checks out. I will sit quietly off to the side and pull out my laptop.
Who's next?
Reese would probably show up pretty early.
Okay. So you show up early. How do you take in the situation with Alex just staring, slow blinking at the pancake? Is that a pancake? Who knows what it is anymore? And Sawyer now just holding a giant bowl of like rinsed berries and just watching Alex watch the thing.
Reese probably has a box of cereal.
One of the mini ones?
No, a big one, family sized. I didn't know if we were doing like a potluck breakfast kind of thing, and I just brought this.
I assume you kind of give it like a little shake as you like mention it.
Emphasis, yes, he definitely holds it up, so he knows what he's talking about.
Sawyer throws his hands in the air and he's like, yeah, cereal. He's like,
I was worried it would get warm.
no, don't worry about it. We have, and he like looks towards the coolers and he's like, I have so much milk. We can do this. And, like,
How are you?
he kind of gestures at himself and he looks well rested. He looks well like put together, far better than the last time you saw him. And he's just like, I'm doing. We slept last night. That was great. And Alex is like, you slept. Slayer's like, we talked about this. But Sawyer is very much in high spirits, very happy and ready to go. And obviously excited to see you. Obviously excited that you weren't scared away And he's like, come on. There's so many chairs. Like, have a seat. I'll let you know when we're all ready. But thanks so much for showing up. I appreciate it.
So he nods really eagerly and appreciatively and heads for the chairs. He seems nervous, but kind of like his awkward social discomfort nervous. Otherwise, he seems pretty good comparative to the last time where he seemed very on edge and messed up.
No.
He's actually very excited to be here.
Well, Sawyer is very, very excited to have you here. Who's next? I will pick people.
I was gonna go. Laura can't show up yet. She's being fashionably late, but
Laura's a disaster. It doesn't plan anything on time. Let's be honest.
Laura's disastrously late. Logan will be fashionably late, unfortunately.
I can go next if you want.
Go off. Let's see Milo.
yeah.
How do you arrive, Milo?
On time. Good boy.
Good boy.
Sweet boy. Sweet boy.
Is Puppy with them?
Yes.
Yeah, brought the puppy. Okay, sweet.
Pocket dog.
How long
Okay.
did you stop?
Before we get any further, I want you to know we cannot do puppet dog, like pocket dog again. We cannot.
Yeah, I
It was funny, but we cannot.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Pocket dog up the ladder. Anyway.
He got bigger. He got bigger. He grew.
It's okay.
yeah.
Baby.
My, what a large dog.
So you arrive with Axel.
Yeah.
Ah, I remembered. Yeah. So you arrive with Axel. And you see Reese, you see Nick, and you see Sawyer. Now obviously trying to usher Alex away from the giant pancake monstrosity that Alex had been working with. And Alex just keeps yawning. What do you do?
Well, can Milo go look at what Alex is doing and like not get in their space, but like he's kind of too close.
Do you like bump into them accidentally or anything? Or
No, he's just leaning over watching and he'll say hi. What you doing?
Alex kind of jumps, like definitely wasn't expecting you. There's kind of like almost slaps out at you, like what, too close. But says, "Oh, yeah, hi." And points at the grill that they've turned into like a makeshift griddle, and says, "Was making pancakes, crepes. I was making something."
Do you need help?
And they just look exhausted. They're like, I should probably actually go sit down. And they like pat you on the shoulder as they walk past you, and they're like, "Come on, we'll sit down. We'll Sawyer knows what he's doing." And Sawyer's just kind of like, "I do not."
I say, does he?
Is the grill still on as they're walking away from it?
It's a charcoal grill.
Okay.
So there's not really an off function.
No attitude.
But they walk away from it, and Sawyer just kind of like steps into place beside this griddle and stares at it. and goes, "We don't have a spatula big enough for this." Do you follow Alex to the chairs?
Yeah. He'll look back and forth, but he'll follow.
Okay. All right. Alex will kind of like push you into a chair or like nudge you into a chair. And then we'll like climb up into their own chair and kind of like do the whole sit in curled up in a ball kind of situation. Very much the if they had a blanket, they look like they could pass out at any moment. Yeah.
Milo would be like, nice place, nice chairs.
Thank you.
It's a compliment.
Alex doesn't respond. Do you say it loud enough where Reese and Nick hear you at all?
You know what? Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And he kind of finally looks up, realizing there's unfamiliar faces here. But before mentioning any of that, he says, these are folding chairs. You can get them pretty much any big store.
They're still nice, thoughtful.
Reese is looking in Milo's direction too. He seems completely like unsurprised by the comment from Milo. He does like kind of like half arm up wave thing to him.
Milo would wave back and smile.
The babies.
Hi, Reese.
Hi. You could sit in one if you'd like.
Me?
Yeah.
I am sitting in one. Are you?
Oh. I meant one close to me if you wanted. But you're fine where you are. It looks great.
Oh, I think I'm gonna keep Alex company. They look like they need some help. Don't tell them I told you. But
He nods, understandably. They're like shouting a little. Alex is closer to Milo, so you know.
Alex
But
kind of
he's still
snuffles, like almost startled, like almost awake at hearing that, but not quite.
Has anybody gotten sleep around here?
Yeah, I got 8 hours.
Oh.
did I get 8 hours? Is it?
Yeah, you got 8 hours. You said you got 8 hours. You got 8 hours.
Good,
I'm trusting you
thanks.
on this.
Amazing.
Who wants to rave next?
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
All right, Theo.
Theo's. I just gotta point this out first and foremost. Theo's backpack looks like it was stuffed to the brim, and that the zipper could snap at any moment. Let's just wearing casual clothes, and without saying hello first, they make their way over to one of the chairs. They haphazardly unzip the backpack, and they're just like, "Hey, so I feel like sleep. Never heard of it. I got into my parents' stash. I've got French coffee. I've got coffee that I didn't even look at the names of. Just, I hope you like coffee." And they just dump it all out into the, not, obviously not coffee grounds, but like a bunch of prepackaged.
I was about to say, where do you just dumping coffee beans?
Into the chair. And they just take a seat next to one. But also, hello.
Sawyer like scurries over really quick, grabs like one of the things and was like, "Thanks," and like runs back and starts trying to make coffee.
Bottled water coffee.
Yeah. Something starts to smell slightly burnt.
A giant
Oh
pancake.
God.
Oh my god.
Hi, Milo. Hi, Riz.
I feel.
So how many people did you invite?
Oh, everyone! I invited everyone.
Nick, like, I barely know any of these people.
I literally glanced
I'm
between the
sorry,
three
Nick.
people I've never seen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We go to the same school. And you've seen
Okay,
us
we
once
may
or
have
twice.
passed each other in the hall. Or maybe even have like a class or two together, but the point being, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
How many people is everybody? I only knew about our group.
Sawyer starts counting and he's like on his fingers and he's like, I think we invited 9 if we include Avery. Alex, where's Avery? And Alex is just with Wyatt, I think. I'm not his keeper.
No, they'll be a while then.
What?
Sound of
Speak of
protest.
the devil.
Wyatt's his lord.
Why didn't show up right now? No.
I mean, if that becomes Wyatt's thing of showing up every time someone mentions him, I'm totally down.
I love that.
Lord LaRue.
No, it's fine. I'll wait.
You'll wait.
But yeah, 9. That's... Yeah. We'll get there.
Should have probably bought another box of cereal.
Wait, I'm just gonna like whisper to whoever's closest to me, and like I didn't know we were not supposed to eat before coming.
Oh. Sawyer looks at the not pancake. Looks at the water he's trying to boil in like a random pot. And then looks at the unmarked van. Someone watch the grill for me. And like as like dark smoke starts rising from the grill.
Oh, God.
He takes off towards the back of the van and you just hear him start digging through everything.
So has anybody here grilled before?
No.
No.
Okay. Who wants to help me get this monstrosity off the griddle?
Sure.
Let's help.
Theo will help.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Okay, is there any like grilling tools around? I know there wasn't a spatula, but like
What were they using if not a spatula?
Yo, use your hockey stick.
Oh, you're right. It's indestructible.
my god.
Or lacrosse. My bad.
Yeah, like it's like a net, right? Like,
Is there like anything
Put it
I
in the
think I
net.
can like
It's the same thing.
so what tools do we have at our disposal that he was using?
Do we have a plate? We could like use a plate to scrape it off. I guess.
You have like
Mhm.
typical grilling supplies, just none of them are quote unquote large enough to handle this monstrosity that Alex
Oh my God.
decided.
Alex, lay one pancake for us all to share.
Yeah. And nobody's been
My
able to flip it yet.
Okay.
Is it because it's stuck to the grill? Like,
No,
is it
they don't
on the...
have a big enough spatula to flip it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like kind of like grab whatever tongs are laying about. Is there one set of tongs or two?
I think we're gonna need more than 2 sets of tongs.
No. I'm thinking we just take the whole griddle off the grill.
There's probably. I'm trying to think. I'm like, how many sets of tongs usually are with like a standard grill thing?
2.
Is there?
Yeah. Unless you get a really small set.
Then I'll trust you. All right, there's 2.
I sell these things for a living.
I know, that's why I'm like, I'll trust you. All right. So, probably, this is so weird. You're gonna need to make a body check.
Oh, God.
No, just Nick?
Well,
I assumed you were helping Theo. That's why I was asking if there were 2 sets. I'm not doing this on my own.
Okay, and as you guys
this singular.
As you're trying to figure this out, who next arrives?
Look, this
Wyatt
monster's
can show up.
hand.
Wyatt shows up.
Yeah, or I guess Wyatt and Avery can show up next.
Okay.
Is that a... Oh.
Jesus. Yeah, Wyatt and Avery show up. Avery Avery drove you guys. So you pull up and you park, or well, Avery parks and like barely gets the car entirely turned off, leaves the keys in the ignition and like darts out of the car going, how stupid are you guys? And Sawyer's like, I'm sorry. Like it's digging through things and Alex doesn't even move. So body force maybe?
I guess.
Force moving a pancake.
Force move a pancake. Or force moving, well, you're force moving a pancake, or you're force moving a hot piece of metal that's been turned into a griddle.
Yeah.
So.
So I have 2 dice. This look great.
All right. 2 dice.
Okay, so it's a D6. Okay.
Uh,
It's okay. I think Theo could handle. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I may need to borrow one of those 6.
Yeah. Yeah. You can take it.
Okay. Very carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very,
My God.
Very carefully. Theo, you take most of it, but Nick, you're helping.
In spirit.
In spirit, more than anything. And you managed to... Were you removing the hot piece of metal, or were you moving the pancake?
I suggested the whole griddle.
Yeah, we were taking the whole griddle, I think.
Okay, so you take the whole griddle. What do you guys do with it?
Are these folding chairs metal or plastic?
They're plastic.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Are there any rock? We could put some rocks.
Is there like a large rock, or is there like a fire pit? Because this is like a campground?
There's like a campground. There's a fire pit, but it's not immediately nearby. It's probably closer to the quote-unquote campsites area, so a couple, at least 10, 15 feet away, I would guesstimate.
Or is there like a tree stump that like people would sit on?
Yeah, there can be one.
Okay.
Yeah, we could put it on the tree stump, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just place it on the tree stump?
I was about to say, should we dump the monster on the tree stump? Because, I mean, it's going to keep cooking for a bit if...
Just slow it
Wyatt
just
just
right
sit
off
in
the
whatever
griddle.
chair has the best view of whatever is happening.
I can't believe the first fight of the season is a fucking pancake.
It's a formidable fight.
Alright. So Wyatt, you get a perfect view of all of this. In fact, you get such a It's even one of those chairs that it wasn't originally facing that direction, but you make a point of turning it around so you can watch.
Oh my god.
Sit backwards on the folding chair.
And Avery sees that you two seem to have some kind of plan and turns his focus on Alex, curled up in a ball on one of these collapsible folding chairs. And anybody nearby, particularly Milo, because Milo happens to be right next to him, right next to them, you hear Avery say, "What in the world am I going to do with you?" And before he turns, and then he goes to help Sawyer with whatever's going on in the van. I see you guys are debating who comes in next.
Yeah. But if someone else is coming in now, right after Wyatt and Avery's arrival, we'll have Logan come in. I want to say she probably drove, and so she's walked the rest of the way. She has her little gray school bag draped over her shoulder, and there's like some stuff in there, but not too much. And as she walks into whatever the hell this clearing thing is, she isn't really looking at anything in particular, but she walks in and she wrinkles her nose because there's a smell in the air that's not exactly appealing, oddly familiar, but like wrong. And she wrinkles her nose and she kind of just looks around, and anyone close to her can you hear her say, "Is that supposed to be?" And then she catches sight of whatever the fuck is going on over there with the girdle, the griddle. And she pauses. She opens her mouth, like debating saying something, and then just shuts it and turns away. And she'll probably spot Reese and Milo, and obviously Theo's helping over there. So she'll weigh her options. You can see her like debating. And then with a small sigh, she'll actually head over and sit not directly next to Reese, but one chair over. And she won't, she's got her arms crossed. She sits back in the chair. She leans back a little bit and she pauses before saying anything, but like she'll glance at Reese out of the side of her eye and just go, hi.
Hey. Yeah, I don't know what's happening over there.
I don't think they do either.
Yeah. I think this breakfast thing maybe is too early for some.
She just nods.
There's a very pointed snore from Alex.
Logan raises an eyebrow in that direction and then glances over at Reese again and goes, "This is like an organized thing, right?"
Yeah, and they're coming. The other group. I mean, a couple of them already here. Remember they told us that there was others? This is them.
Logan looks judgmentally over Nick and Wyatt.
Oh.
She doesn't say anything.
Wow.
But she does look a little, you can, if you were to look at her, you could tell that she's judging you, looking you up and down, but she doesn't say anything.
Wyatt's not even paying attention. He's just not helping as Theo and Nick struggle.
I think my hands are a little too full to notice.
Trying not to laugh.
What was Milo going to say?
Hi, Logan.
Logan looks over at whoever just whispered. She looks over Milo like she's not sure whether or not she's going to respond. And then just gives a...
Ouch.
Hi.
And can his dog go over and bother Logan?
Axel has a command for this.
You want Axel to go and bother Logan?
Yeah.
Specifically Logan, not make rounds and like say hi to everybody, but specifically Logan.
Yeah.
We can do that. Okay. I don't even think that's a roll. I think you just do it. So Axel decides to go say hi to Logan.
Nice.
She's sitting in this chair with her arms crossed and her legs crossed, and she has her bag like leaning against the leg. So she's not holding it if Axel wants to stick his nose where it doesn't belong.
Axel's just gonna sit there and stare at Logan, like right in front of Logan. Like, I need attention or else I'm not leaving.
She looks down at Axel, kind of confused, but like she's just got this weird like, what the hell look on her face. And she avoids looking at Axel. She like looks away because maybe if I don't give him any attention, he'll go away. But I'm going to assume he doesn't.
No.
Yeah, no. She just looks really like uncomfortable and actually probably shifts her weight in the seat a little bit, trying to like get the dog to stop staring at her. But otherwise, nothing changes.
Okay, Lore,
Yes.
you arrived now?
Yes. And she looks very tired. Hair's messy, like she rolled out of bed and just came over.
Nice.
Because that's what she did. So the monster has been defeated? Is it still like smoking?
Did we decide whether we just put the griddle down or we just dumped it?
We put I think we just put the griddle down on the tree stump, and then we've been debating what to do with it now.
Okay.
You guys are doing great, by the way.
Wyatt, do you want to eat this?
No.
So I guess that's like the first thing she sees is just that pile of whatever.
Well, why would even Laura when she says
It's not nice to describe Wyatt that way.
She's like, who let Nick cook? Since I assume he's closer.
I'll have you know, I'm playing damage control here.
Yep, Theo's going to point
as usual
very directly at Alex.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of people here. I thought it was just us. She looks at Nick and Wyatt.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
I just hope this doesn't devolve into one of those like first day of classes, say one interesting thing about yourself.
Logan has like a glare at Nick.
Sawyer like climbs out of the van and he's like, "Oh, we could totally do icebreakers." And Avery's is like, "We are not doing icebreakers. We are not doing icebreakers."
Wyatt, did you just say yes?
Icebreakers can be fun.
No, they can't. No, they're never fun.
I mean, this is going to be a very rare instance, but like, me and Laura are on the same side here.
Yeah, that is rare. Wyatt, best friend medal revoked or whatever.
What?
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm offended.
So Sawyer has climbed out of the van and he has more water, like water jugs, and what looks like maybe a carton of eggs, something. He has options, and he's taking it back towards the grill, which now doesn't have a flat surface on it. And he kind of stares at it, and he's like, "Okay, problem to worry about later." And like, looks at Theo and Nick with the hot griddle, and he's like, "They have that under control."
No, they don't.
Don't help them.
And Avery has come out and has found like a bunch of like the breakfast granola bars kind of thing. And goes and like, so Avery didn't really get a good glance at everybody that had arrived so far. But he goes and he like drops the box of these breakfast granola bars in Reese's lab. Like, you look like a reasonable one. Hand those out if people start getting hungry. I gotta do some damage control. And like, doesn't even offer him to like Wyatt. Doesn't trust Wyatt. In fact, as he walks past Wyatt, he kind of like shoves Wyatt slightly. Just enough of where Wyatt, you think you might fall out of the chair, but doesn't actually do it.
Can I throw a granola bar at him?
You don't have a granola bar.
Damn it.
Not yet, at least. Maybe later, but right now you don't. And then he goes to help Theo and Nick with the griddle. Now, let's see here.
Hey, Avery.
Reese just staring at the granola bars on his lap, like, oh, okay. He starts distributing them.
So we now have...
Do you give one to Wyatt?
Yeah.
Give me one so I can throw it.
He makes it there.
You give one to Wyatt?
Yeah. He's like making the rounds and he gets one to Wyatt.
Okay, well, Wyatt's definitely throwing it now. Now that I have one.
I feel like you need... Do you actually hit him is the question.
Body force?
It could be a body.
Yeah, let me use my 2 points in body to throw something.
Oh boy.
Go for it if you really want to. I was literally gonna flip a coin.
I feel like I have higher odds if you flip a coin.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh no, it's not.
I feel like my chances are better with a coin flip than roll.
Absolutely.
They are.
Alright, so if it's a 2, it's a pass. It's a 2.
Yes.
Hey.
You managed to hit Avery with it, and he like whirls around, and it's like death glare.
He's gonna look away like he didn't throw it.
Avery's gonna
He's
shake
holding
his
the
head
box of granola bars, like backing off.
And then continue on towards helping Theo and Nick. Alex yawns and stretches somewhat in the fold-out chair, and the chair kind of collapses from underneath them. Just under them, like not meant to be like deal with that kind of motion or anything. And Alex lays there, awake now. Sawyer doesn't move to help them. Avery doesn't move to help them. And Alex is like, do I have to get up? And clearly, without any hesitation, Avery was like, you were supposed to be making breakfast. You initiated this whole thing. And there's a big, huge sigh from Alex. And they wipe at their eyes and smear the face, like their makeup more. But they slowly and steadily climb onto their feet, and they're like, okay. And they head back to the grill. And the clueless Sawyer. I'm gonna say Theo and Nick and Avery have managed to figure out the griddle, whatever it is that you were doing, whether it's just leaving it there or clearing the pancake off of it or whatnot.
Stump pancake.
Yeah, stump pancake now.
A snack for the forest creatures.
Yeah, an offering to the forest lords or something. And Avery just kind of like ushers you both back towards the main bit of the group.
Thank you. I think I heard Theo.
Wait, say again? I'm sorry, I spaced out for just a second there.
As we head back, I was just going to say thank you. I think I heard Theo.
Yes. What's your name?
Nick.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Sawyer's like, see,
Even if it was-
icebreakers.
No.
Yes.
No. That is just a proper introduction. That is not an icebreaker.
Yeah.
It could be.
Count an icebreaker as dumping a they're gonna say pancake just to be polite onto a stump.
We could put this to a vote because I think I see where this is going.
A vote?
Yes, just so we don't have to.
We're just not going to do icebreakers, period.
Yeah.
So, is there food?
There was.
Yeah, no, there's food. There's food.
Reese hands Laura a granola bar.
There's
Great.
there's granola bars, there's some eggs. Avery can do a really good omelet. We can do things. And Sawyer's trying to stay positive, and Avery looks at the grill. It's still lit up, still giving off a significant amount of heat, and Avery's like, if I had to, I could. I don't. Do you? What all did you even bring any meat? And heads back towards the coolers. Alex is like, I brought eggs.
That's protein.
Okay. But we have options, we have berries, we have some fruit. We have options. We have granola bars. We have so many granola bars. We have the cereal and the milk. Thank you again.
Do you have bowls?
There's a pause.
Wow.
She has this look on her face, yeah, didn't think so type expression.
Can we just cut the crap? What are we doing here?
Alex is like,
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to feed
Got quiet.
breakfast. Sawyer's like, we have solo cups and plastic spoons. We can do this. It doesn't have to.
Logan
be
looks so unimpressed.
I'm personally just wondering why Miss Princess Logan is here.
Oh.
Just curious.
She casts a glare in Laura's direction, looks her up and down, wrinkles her nose a little bit. Who are you again?
He's in our class.
Not an insult. No. Don't say that. I don't need you to defend me.
Trust me, I wouldn't be defending you.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
This is Lorena. She barely shows up to class or her tutoring sessions.
I thought maybe you'd forget about that.
Forget about it. I show up and you waste my time.
I forget that we have plans.
Logan rolls her eyes as this is going on, okay.
Well, anyway, this is fantastic.
Alex is like, we're waiting for one more, and then
There's another?
There's only 3 of you so far. It was a group of 4, wasn't it?
Well,
at about this point, you see another person kind of approaching this small campground that reeks of something that used to be a pancake.
I don't think it ever was a pancake.
It was an attempt. And you see this young kid, about the same age as the rest of y'all, with medium-length, dark brown hair, wearing this well-worn black leather jacket on, over top of a loose t-shirt, ripped jeans, that sort of thing. You might recognize him from school, as he also goes to Central High. And he just kind of wanders in next to everybody, and he just kind of wanders in as this dialogue is taking place between Reese and Lorena. And he just tries to slip in and sit down into the chair next to Logan, just to like go as unnoticed as and not interrupt whatever is going on here. As he sits down, he does give a quick little like, "Hey, Logan," and a questioning glance towards the pile of charcoal next to the stump.
So when he arrived, Logan actually did notice this, and a little bit of recognition does light up in her face. And she watches him as he tries to quietly slip in and take a seat next to her. And for once, there's like not a scowl on her face. But she does frown a little bit, and she'll say, "Hi, I didn't know you were a part of this."
"I didn't know you were a part of this either."
"Cool. Glad we're on the same page then."
"Yeah. You get the same voicemail?"
"What?"
"From Alex. Is he doing okay? Are they doing okay?" As Warren looks over to see Alex still half asleep over the grill.
Logan just kind of squints a little bit. "You might want to ask yourself."
Just this slow shake of the head.
And so Warren sits down, and Avery, in fact, all of the three, Avery, Alex, and Sawyer, all seem to like do like a little mini head count. You notice Sawyer even like counts Axel.
Logan glances down at him, still doesn't know what to do with the dog.
And there's this moment of where the three of them kind of look at each other. There's gestures made, like not like they're communicating, but they're not talking. Just that friendship that's gone on for so long, they don't have to talk to be understood. And Alex kind of gestures at the group of you before actually making a point of trying to cook and pay attention to what they're doing. Sawyer grabs a couple like paper plates and everything. The stack of like the hundreds of napkins that are really rough but effective, and kind of puts them on a like one of those little mini like TV dinner tables kind of thing. Like they only have one, and they kind of stack it on top of those, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna get you guys actual food, but we probably should do an introduction of some kind."
Please, God, no.
I just want to know why we're here, because I know it's not just breakfast.
No, it's not just breakfast. Avery stands tall, shoulders back, head up, and says, "I'm Avery. That's Sawyer. And that's Alex. And we're the ones that have been trying to stop Chorus from gaining more control of Haven Hill. Some of you have been directly involved in this situation. Some of you got roped in due to other circumstances. And some of you didn't know when to just quit. But
Logan glances at Milo.
But you're all involved now in some manner. So whether you work with us directly or decide to go off on your own and ignore what's happened, that's fine. But know that they know who you are now. And it's much safer in a group than it is solo. Because there are others just like you, just like us, that also work for them. So, the people who are here are people that we know can be trusted. We know aren't working for them. Aren't trying to kidnap you or mind control you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this about kidnapping and mind control? Like, what's your problem with the housing development group?
Alex calls over from where they're standing at the grill, and they're like, Warren, don't be dumb. You know you've seen the kids get kidnapped. You've heard it.
Warren just kind of like goes to say something, but he kind of bites his tongue.
Sawyer sits down in one of the chairs that hasn't collapsed. And says, like, there's a couple different ways you can go about this, but our thought was the more organized we are, the more information we can share with one another, the more we can keep each other safe and have a more coordinated effort against what they're doing. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want your friends missing again.
Can I just say this? So she kind of like waves her hand around the breakfast and the stump, the smoking stump, is not the best example of organization.
Yeah, well, we're a little limited in where we can meet. We're a little limited in where we can go. They're keeping an eye out for me. Sawyer like gestures at himself and he's like, so I don't really get to go home. And for Alex, that van is their home. So we're working with what we have. If we get anything better, we'll fix that. But right now, everything and all we know is either up here, and he like points at his head, or in that van.
So everybody here is safe, and we know we can trust each other, and we don't know about anybody else outside of this.
There are people that we might be able to clear, but right now, these are the ones that we know for sure. And I know that's not comforting. Avery kind of crosses his arms and he's like, I know there's no reason for any of you to believe me. But if Like, the worst that can come out of this, if I'm making it up, is that you just have a couple sleepless nights. What teenager doesn't
And
have
maybe
sleepless
commit-
nights?
Or commit theft, arson.
The arson, nobody committed here.
I saw
Nobody
a lot
here.
of ours.
True. Nobody here, but near.
An associate of yours.
Avery looks
Arson.
unimpressed.
Avery's BFF.
Not my BFF.
Yes.
Definitely his BFF.
She definitely walked into your house like you guys were besties.
Because I made the mistake of inviting her in one time, but that doesn't make her my BFF.
Can confirm they're besties. He's lying.
Arson that served as a distraction, right? I mean,
Mhm.
it had a purpose and it was successful.
It served as a distraction. Nobody got hurt. And everyone got out safe. What more could you ask for?
Less fire.
You'll have to take
More
that from
fire.
her.
You get it. More fire.
You
Nick
can
does
see,
not
like,
look pleased
Avery
at that
take-
comment.
Yeah, Avery had to take like a calming breath at that comment. But you all have seen things that each other hasn't seen, and we've seen things that you haven't seen. So the idea was to have a casual breakfast and share information with each other. That was, and figured that would be the easiest way to do it. But if you don't want information, you're more than welcome to leave. And if you don't want to share information, you're also, once again, more welcome to leave. But know that if you leave, we can't promise anything.
Well, let's start by what information are we all familiar with?
Well, you all know about that labyrinth underground.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Warren doesn't. Avery makes eye contact with Warren.
Yeah.
A horde of people dressed as cultists.
Doesn't ring any bells, no.
Logan leans over. Do you know anyone else's name here?
Yeah, that's... Over there's Reese. Over there, I think that's Lorena. There's the Hick.
Oh, wow.
How Milo's know at her own school.
Axel bites you. No, I'm just kidding.
It wasn't even like the comment wasn't even like supposed to be whispered. It was like a sort of stage whisper to point out that, hey, we don't know anyone here other than like the people in our own groups and these three kids who just introduced themselves.
Yeah,
so Logan's like Logan is eyeing
icebreakers.
Lore and Wyatt and Nick right now.
Except that Warren showed that Logan's an ass.
Warren just gives like a confused look to Logan, like, you don't know them, they're in your class.
Oh no.
But does not say anything.
Amber, my dear, there's a difference between icebreakers and saying your name.
No! Icebreakers.
Oh my god.
Icebreakers are
As long
like
as there's no like
you have
fun
to
fact
go
about
around in an
myself.
awkward circle, and you have to say your name and a fact, or like
Introducing yourself. How
Logan
to hold hands and sing
Logan
Kumbaya.
sighs pointedly, and will actually lean forward a little bit. She waves a hand in the direction of Milo and Reese and Theo, and obviously the three at the front, and just goes, "Okay, I know all of you. Who are you?" And like gestures at those three specifically.
not everyone like.
Well,
I'm Nick.
She looks to Lore next.
People have already said my name.
She rolls her eyes. Say it anyways.
I don't have to do that. Just
Who
because
are you?
said
And she looks at Wyatt.
Why?
Why do you always give out your name?
What did you...
Oh, that makes me go. Anyways.
You and Milo will be great friends.
I'm Milo. Hi.
Hi, I'm Wyatt.
Logan sighs and leans back in her chair. She's done here.
Milo, I'm Lorena. You can call me Laura, though.
Lore, got it. He doesn't got it, but he will try.
Logan didn't even say her name. Can Wyatt look at Logan and say, what's your name?
She looks at Wyatt, again, wrinkles her nose a little bit, and just goes, I'm Logan.
Wait, okay, well, who else was in your group? And then he's just gonna... He would recognize Milo.
She shrugs and kind of side-eyes the rest of her group. They can speak for themselves.
Do you not remember their names? I just have
Wait, Milo, can Milo
Yeah,
point to Theo and say, do you know that person's name? To Logan.
She glares at Milo, and there is a pause. And then she looks at Theo and just goes, that's Theo.
Theo had stiffened a little bit at the pause and had a hand to their chest, like almost offended, and then it relaxed as soon as Logan said their name.
Oh my god.
How could you forget the person that ruined your outfit after all?
Oh.
That was a great reminder. Thank you so much.
No, that wasn't in character. Sorry.
Hey, Sawyer, you got any juice in the van or something?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm asking Sawyer if there's juice in the van.
Juice. Sawyer, has to, rock forward in the chair to get out of the chair. And I don't want to say scurries, but, that is the best word I can think of for, how fast he moves towards the van. And he's like, I'm pretty sure I have some kind of juice. Is there, what kind you want?
Anything to get out of this conversation.
Oh, I knew juice was code.
And he's like, no, you can't leave. All right, come on. I guess don't icebreakers, but introduce yourselves. He looks very sad. That nobody wants the icebreakers. But this is not pressure to do icebreakers. This is literally just Sawyer being really excited at the concept of it.
Well, now I feel bad.
Don't.
We all at least know each other. We've seen each other at school, know each other's faces at least a little bit, right?
Yeah, of course.
And you guys, you're the ones who
say anything.
You went underground to find some kind of answers. That's what they said.
We got papers, answers we didn't get until later
We
from a
saved
completely
people.
different person.
Are you the team that saved Oscar?
Yes, Oscar.
Okay, he is going to literally stand up, walk over to you, and say thank you in the most serious voice ever.
Aww.
Is he doing okay, by the way?
Yeah, I think so. We talked to you yesterday. He's good.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry. As soon as you said that, Milo just stood straight up, I could just imagine, because the crummy folding chairs. I just imagine it rocked a little bit and almost fell over with the force of standing up.
A Milo just towering over everyone to say thank you.
Truly. I think we can trust them then. I mean, if they think we can, we at least all know that we've seen it, that it's really happening, and we can try to figure it out together. We know we can't. We have to be careful with the people and the eyes. You remember them?
Oh yeah, we hit one of them with a paintbrush.
Well, you guys have seen them.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
I at least tased them.
yeah.
We
It
hid
wasn't
it
the-
behind trees.
It wasn't the smartest moment.
You know
I thought
that
it
they
was a
could
great
be
plan.
anybody, right? That we have no
Yeah.
way of knowing who they actually are.
Yeah, it could be
So
your
knowing that we
parents.
can at least trust the people here, that's a start. I'm Reese, by the way. Some of you know me, or I've seen you, but I was kidnapped by them. So I want to figure out what's going on.
What did they do when they kidnapped you?
Oh, I don't think I ever found out what was going to happen, but I have a file on myself from them. It has a lot of information, a lot more than you would expect. Whatever they're looking for, whatever they want from us, it's messed up. These guys, they found me under there, and I don't know what would have happened if they hadn't. They were looking for the friend that you found, Oscar.
We found one other too.
Annie.
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 Yeah. Nice.
job, Nick.
Here you are making fun of people not knowing names, and then you butcher it.
Yeah, God.
It was Annie.
Do you also know about the...
No, you go ahead.
About what?
I don't know how to explain it.
Could you try?
The voices.
Yeah.
Alex,
One-
Sawyer, and Avery all kind of become a little bit more paying attention.
One threatened to kill me.
Threatened to kill you?
What?
Yeah.
No,
I wonder what you
it
did.
was not a threat.
being
It was a
dramatic.
good idea. He's being so dramatic.
No, I don't think I am.
He was giving you a solid advice.
Change or
That's what
die
we're calling
isn't
it.
solid advice.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You change, or you just, I guess, die. I don't know. I thought it sounded like good advice. It's advice I would give.
mean, it's a good direction, if any.
So who talked to you
was
guys?
kinda nice.
My life did not need to be threatened.
Was it a threat or a warning?
Both.
Who did you guys talk to?
Who?
I don't know their name.
Yeah. Who was
They don't
threatening
introduce
Nicholas's
themselves.
life?
And you know, those three over there, they don't like to give names. So we don't even know any names.
The one we talked to didn't seem that bad.
He helped us.
Mm-hmm.
They, I'm not sure how to refer to something like that.
They seem to be just as vague as these three in giving out answers.
Alex,
You know, I'm starting to think that those three don't have that many answers.
Wow.
Say that again.
You're probably right.
Oh,
Your name was Reese, right? We're gonna be good friends.
as a GM, that hurts.
No, I'm sorry. I meant we're all figuring this out together, not that they don't know anything.
Alex kind of like shakes their head slightly, and they're like, "Well, you know, like the Fae kind of thing. Name them, and it'll pay attention. Names have power."
And I was more name them and they'll eat your soul.
What, like Beetlejuice?
Let's not.
You watch Beetlejuice?
Oh my god, no.
What? Beetlejuice.
Let's not do this right now.
She rolls her eyes. She rolls her eyes. It wasn't that good of a movie.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, we are changing.
It's not like we can even say their names. We don't even know what their names are.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's more of the. Aries, like, it's more of the I don't want to draw their attention to me. So I would use a nickname if I have to refer to them.
Like how you call the Macbeth the Scottish play, right?
Right, or just anything along that nature, just anything where it's not their name specifically.
Where were all these nerds hiding?
So we have to use code names, or symbols, or initials, anything to where we can talk about them, but they aren't aware that we are talking about them, because talking about them makes them pay attention.
Avery said that they possess bodies.
Yeah, they possessed us.
Like
We didn't
everyone.
have to lead with that. Oh,
Isn't
Wow.
Avery possessed?
Yeah, Avery is possessed.
Avery
Or whatever.
rubs at his forehead and he's like, I can hear you.
Yeah, I know you can.
So wait, like constantly possessed, or
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I hope not.
You said they were always there.
Yeah, they're always there. It's like a humming in the back of your mind.
Oh, we've felt that before.
That's
And
terrifying.
occasionally you just don't have control anymore. And they just kind of step to the forefront. And they act like you, they talk like you, they move like you, they become you for a period, and then you're back in control, and it's like you slept.
that's
or in our
disgusting.
case, ended up in the middle of the woods.
And we hate it.
But it was actually.
Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Is there any way to stop that from happening?
Like an on-off switch.
There's people trying to stop it, but they kind of seem a little bit kooky.
That's a good sign.
Mr. Gallagher?
Avery's face drops and he's like, I do not want to think about him right now. I'm out of high school for a reason. That reason was solely to get away from Mr. Gallagher. No. Avery's like, look, it's just they're there. Like, you have them too. You just don't know it. You just don't feel them yet. There are people who don't feel the hum at all. And then
Okay, then how do we get rid of the hum?
I haven't figured that out yet. It's a work in progress. I'm trying to get rid of mine.
Can you just say no? Do they not respect that?
Logan gives Theo like a "Are you fucking kidding?" look.
Why don't we just try turning it off and on again?
Just ask it nicely to leave.
Sentinel asked us if we needed help and waited for you to answer. It's not that weird of a theory.
Sentinel. Sentinel. Is that their name?
That's the one.
I
we
don't think
spoke
it's
to.
their actual name, but they said we could call them that.
Yeah.
It's a spicy name.
More
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Lord,
I had to break character for a second to be like, wow.
Lord.
Spicy.
Well, sure, whatever. Yeah, he asked us if he should help us or not before he possessed our bodies or whatever.
Avery glances at Alex and Sawyer, and Alex and Sawyer glance back.
And I look to him.
And
Sorry.
he looks at me. And Alex takes like a bottle of water and dumps it over the grill, putting out the coals, and grabs Sawyer and starts walking off and says, "We'll be back later." And they leave.
What?
And Avery stands there and he's like, "Look, it's as much as it's fun to joke about, it's more than that. They have goals just like we do. They have hopes just like we do. And they find what motivates you, and then they use it for themselves. And that's how they trick you. And then you're stuck. And it's just... It sucks because I don't want them there. I don't want Beacon there. But I can see why Beacon is here.
Beacon?
That's what you call yours?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't care for how they want to do things, but I can see why they do things certain ways, and it's hard. So if I could just tell Beacon no, I would. But what Beacon can offer me is a little hard to turn down. You know?
Such a...
So it's like a
You guys tell
mutually
us you have
benefit.
superpowers now?
Yeah, do you have superpowers? By any chance?
Alice can't help but chuckle. He's like, no superpowers. Unless she can count, like, blacking out and then not having to worry about a certain thing anymore because Beacon's gotten taken care of, then yeah, sure, that's a superpower. But mutual beneficial relationship is definitely a way to explain it. There's far more of them than there are of us, so they're kind of fighting and fighting with you. And
throughout all of this, Warren has just kind of been like slowly nodding as they've been explaining, looking like they're definitely understanding what's being said. Just know that there is nothing going through.
It's completely empty, like water off a duck's back, kind of.
Yes, absolutely. But then he kind of butts in with, how many of them are there? You said there's more of them than us, so...
we're a prized commodity. There's
I don't like the way you're phrasing that.
Yeah.
Nope.
it's hard because there's some of them that don't even stay alive long enough to make themselves known. But they're there. They existed at some point. And then you have
What? So they like die out?
Yeah, if somebody can't host them. If somebody doesn't pick them. Somebody doesn't fall for their tricks. Because that's kind of it, is they kind of trick you. And then convince you this is what you wanted.
Oh,
Somehow you don't sound convinced.
What?
Don't like that.
What?
Did anybody else hear that?
Avery doesn't respond. Makes
I'm
a
pretending
point.
I didn't hear it.
Avery, I think someone's talking to you.
Avery makes a point of not responding.
Logan blinks and looks directly at Avery.
He's just shaking.
My reluctant little Avery. My firecracker. Are you going to play this game in front of your friends?
It's not a game, it's real. And it's none of your business.
What happened to just a humming in the back of your head?
Well, you heard them before, didn't you?
Not outside a dream.
I'll hear this. I thought it was supposed to be a private conversation.
You haven't necessarily closed the path for them.
Okay, how do we do that then?
So we can do that. That was the.
Nick just died.
Nick just fell out of his chair.
Collapse underneath him.
Are you okay, Justin?
Me or Nick? Oh, I'm fine. Nick is not.
Just hearing the thunk.
Nick is kind of like half on the ground.
No, so if you don't, if you didn't pick Beacon, that doesn't, it blocks Beacon off, but it doesn't block others. So
you can only block others by picking one?
Yeah.
So you have to pick.
I want to hear what Beacon has to say.
Was Beacon just like the best of the worst, or what?
Yeah, you don't talk about them very nicely, so.
I don't like
It is such a shame, for I only have praise for you, Avery.
Please stop. He like shakes his head. He's like, I don't want to do this right now. This is not the time or the place. I don't agree with what you do. You don't agree with how I like to handle things. And that's fine.
Oh, but we do agree. That's why we are the way we are, Avery. If you didn't align with me, then we wouldn't be together. But you do. No matter how much you try to play it off.
Avery
Spicy.
Not. Avery's kind of like crossed his arms and he's kind of like almost hunched over in on himself, and he's just like, I like some of your stuff, not all of your stuff. That doesn't mean you can pop into any conversation any freaking time.
Wait, so...
You were speaking so poorly, it only felt fair to defend myself.
Fair point. That's a fair point.
Thank you, Lorena.
Oh god.
They can't hear us. Okay.
You know my name.
I know plenty of you. Some of you in particular have caught my eye already.
Don't like that.
Logan is like gripping the sides of her chair. Like she's sitting just straight up, just hands at the bottom part of her chair, just like not happy with this at all.
Ree's definitely doing intentional, like, calming breathing.
Reese doing meditation.
1, 2, 3.
Wyatt is just squinty eyes. He is just like looking overly critical.
So, Beacon, what do you and Avery agree upon?
Yeah, what do you stand for?
I think I'd like... Go for it, Avery.
No. I'm wonderful.
Because I feel like we're going to get more answers out of Beacon here than Avery's willing to share.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's no fun if we just spell it out for you.
I think it's a lot more fun, thank you.
You want us to guess?
It's not guessing so much as it is a deeper understanding and knowing that we have similar interests.
Interests in pursuing things, I guess.
Like stuff
Pursuing
that you
what?
do in Redacre, or
Well, he turns and he like looks at Wyatt and he's like, you know, everything I do has been to protect us, right? Like with Dad being the way he is and Mom being gone and then finding this out, everything I do is to protect us. And she helps me with that.
in what way? Because it doesn't sound very good.
It sounds like she enjoys being cryptic too.
It's kind of their thing. They love playing guessing games. Don't you, Beacon?
We have to keep ourselves entertained somehow in the downtime.
So,
I like them.
no, don't like them.
I don't.
They seem nice.
I know you don't, Wyatt.
I'm not too stoked about the fact that this is all just a game for you.
Oh, it's not just a game, but that doesn't mean every single moment is life or death.
Well, supposedly when people are tracking down our every movement and know where we live, I would say it is a matter of life and death.
That is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it
People
is!
are already missing.
This has never been a game, despite what you think, Lore.
Perhaps you should do something about it then, instead of sitting around and burning breakfast.
Isn't that what we were supposed to be doing here in the first place?
I came here for answers. Alex burned breakfast. I ate before coming here, even.
So you cheated.
Okay, how do we do something about it?
Change or die.
I assume that you don't like the voice that is taking over, took over Redacre and is trying to take over Haven Hill.
They are not so. Avery, if you want to take charge, I do appreciate it.
Avery throws his hands in the air and he's like,
It's
I'm walking
very
away.
clear.
I'm out. I'm not doing this right now. If you want to talk to them, you talk to them, but you're not talking to them through me. You're not using me.
So you do have a choice in the matter.
At least he tries to.
Does he?
Avery, I'm going to step back a moment simply because I want to see how you'll handle the situation. Good luck.
Hey,
I despise you.
are you Sentinel's ex-business partner?
Business partner. No. Not at all.
Okay. What do you mean by business partner?
I'll leave that to Milo.
What?
You know, the conversation we had with Briar and Sentinel and the talk of business partners.
Yeah, they seem nice. They're pretty cool, I guess. I think.
I think we
You
were
say
the
that about
business
everyone.
partners in the situation, though, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're their quote unquote business partners. This doesn't matter.
Yeah, sorry.
So wait, Beacon, you laughed about business partners, so you know Sentinel. So do you all know each other? Do y'all get in the sky and chat?
We do not live in the sky. We live in your minds. But no, we do not often converse.
Ah, okay.
Do you live on the moon?
They just said they live in our minds.
Okay.
Nick, don't be mean.
They have a summer home on the moon.
Yeah, we were on the moon in our minds. So I mean,
Theo.
yeah, you're welcome.
They called it liminal space.
A what?
It wasn't real. It was like an in between reality and our mind.
This is going over his head. He's confused.
You ever have an imaginary friend that's like that?
So the moon in my head is the imaginary friend, or the voice is the imaginary friend?
Both.
Something like that.
I'm sorry for dear. You know what? Yeah. I love the no in chat.
Well, whatever liminal space we got sent to, I don't want to go back there. So.
Wait. Okay, wait. So you guys got sent to the moon?
No, they imagined
guys went to
themselves
the
on the moon.
moon?
It was
It looked like it. It was really
How did you
cool.
breathe in space?
I don't know why
It wasn't real. It was like a dream while they were using our bodies to get us somewhere safe.
Can we explain this later? There's someone actually giving us answers here.
So you can breathe in
All right,
green
Nick,
space?
ask
Where
questions.
did the other two go?
I asked bad questions.
Beacon, are you still here?
We wouldn't blame you if you left.
I think
As
Beacon's gone.
Avery told you before, we're always here. Whether we're actively paying attention is another matter.
I wouldn't blame you for hitting the snooze button.
What do you think we should do next?
You're asking me.
Yeah.
Well, no one else here has answers.
My Logan, you do seem to hide your fear with sass, don't you?
She stiffens. She stiffens and she glares at nothing in particular because there's not exactly a body to glare at. So
Glare at
she just
Avery.
generally glares at the sky. She glares at the general sky. And kind of, she bristles a little bit. Just answer the question.
What was the question again? I was distracted.
I have a different question. Is there any of these other voices that you think you should warn us about, aside from the one, controlling Red Acre? I've ruined everything.
Inserted what here?
Beacon is loading.
Insert voice
Beacon.exe
drama.
is loading.
But yes, right now the voice that we're speaking to is called Beacon, as far as we know.
Sentinel, Beacon, and then
Only the mask names, of course.
An option is we can take a break really quick.
We could.
Also an option.
I've asked too many questions.
Huh?
I
Go on,
think
Gio.
we might be being interfered by the voice known as Spectrum.
No. Okay. All right. We're
I
gonna
Are you
hope
saying
not.
Spectrum has gone mobile?
Spectrum's controlling Red Acre.
Go on, Amber.
I've connected the dot.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick break, and we will come back. Everybody,
We promise.
Yeah, we will come back. Spectrum will not stop us forever.
Piss!
Why are you like this? They heard you.
Here we are. I'm so proud of you, Gio.
I didn't say anything.
Oh yeah? I believe.
I hate you all. Oh my God.
love you.
Anyway,
Love
welcome
us.
back to us.
I almost spit
Yeah,
out my-
sorry.
I had like a whole idea on how we were. Oh, it's gone.
BTP.
Welcome
Love
back
those
to BTP,
basers.
friends.
Oh, okay.
Ryko totally didn't get kicked in the span we were gone.
My God.
If you notice, Milo's voice is wildly different. No,
No, you didn't.
I'm so sorry to people who were here.
That was poorly timed. I apologize.
My God.
I don't think you hit one yet.
No, I literally was getting ready to I unclicked mute just to like
Drummer, no!
I yelled it and I was just like, oh shit.
Anyways, moving swiftly along.
Please,
let's
drummer,
move.
no, drummer.
Let's move on with our lives.
Okay, so don't, please.
Drummer,
So
you have better things to do.
before we went on break, you guys were basically interrogating Beacon, trying to get answers from them, and per their nature, they were sidestepping some questions. But you all also started kind of overlapping on each other. So who wants to who wants to ask them a question? Or do we want to move on with our lives?
Oh, Laura has a serious question, kind of, for once.
For once, okay. All right.
I have a friend that's missing, and we've seemingly found almost everyone that that we were looking for. And I wondered, Beacon, if if there's any hope for him. I don't know if you know, but his name is David. And he's I don't know, he used to be a close friend. Having a lot of regrets now that he's gone.
But you don't know if he's gone permanently, so she just shrugs and then crosses her arms again, leaning back in her chair.
Was that you trying to give me a little smidge of hope?
She doesn't respond, just looks away.
Oh, Logan.
Your friend, David, you said?
Yes.
He is somewhere I cannot reach.
Does that mean, like, dead? Can't reach, or something else?
Not death in the way you may think of it. But there is still a chance he could not return if you do not make moves, perhaps, to try to find him on your own.
Oh, so no pressure. Got it.
Okay, so then what moves? Sentinel said the same thing. We could do something about it. We don't know what we're doing.
We are not here to feed you all the answers. Sometimes it is up to the individual to figure out the exact path that they must travel in order to achieve what they want. We can help you along the way, but that does not mean we will simply feed you the information that you desire.
Well, thank you for letting me know that maybe there's hope.
Don't thank her.
What do you mean?
This Beacon, Warren says, doing like those air quotes. isn't doing a good job of guiding any of us.
Be nice, they can hear you.
I am not a guide to the Warren. That's not my goal. If you have a particular direction you are wishing to go, I am there to fuel you, not guide you.
Under his breath, Warren kind of says, shitty name for beacon then, I guess.
Go for it. Keep going.
It is always so funny when mortals try to speak big because they are so small.
Damn, that clap back.
Yeah, I have no words. Yeah?
We shouldn't... I'm done shouting at the sky. Lorena.
Supposedly they're not in the sky, but I still don't believe it.
But whatever. I'm sure we can find David... what was David's last name?
Gibbs.
David Gibbs. I'm sure we can find something about him. I'm sure we just need to know where to look. We don't need to worry about a voice shouting in our heads or whatever.
You're right. Oh, yes.
If finding your friend is something that drives you, I would not dislike working with you in order to accomplish that.
Oh, is that like are you like inviting me or are you asking me to invite you?
I am not one to go with pleasantries, perhaps like my siblings. If you think of it, I'm more like a strike of inspiration. It happens, perhaps not when you expect it, but hopefully you will relish it and take advantage of it when it does.
Usually I'm someone to jump into things that I probably shouldn't, but for once I'm going to say I'll think about it.
Fair enough.
I think the answers are going to be in the maze.
Information about the other missing people down there.
Oh, you're proud of me.
Nick is surprised and proud with Laura.
Maybe it's your influence.
Say again, Wyatt?
Oh, I said, we found information about the other missing people down there, so maybe that was just something we missed. Nothing a second trip can't solve.
Yeah, Avery.
Didn't it change completely when we walked in to walking out?
What?
Mm-hmm.
I don't... You mean it like...
Yes.
Like things... I don't remember. I'm not good with direction. To me, it just seemed like we were walking and then...
We're like playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, for which way we should go.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Oh, were those dudes with the hoods on, like, building more of it?
Yes, they were actively, constructing the place, and we couldn't backtrack because of it.
What, like that fast?
Yes.
For a lot of them.
How many is a lot?
Dozens in one room alone, and then we never... That place was huge.
Yeah, we know.
And some of the rooms were interesting. Like when Wyatt just started dancing randomly. Do you remember that, Wyatt?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, I do.
I believe, Wyatt, you described it as a buzzing feeling in your head.
No, I don't remember that.
Selective memory.
Yeah.
We had files, but we gave them to someone. And maybe we could contact her again.
Didn't we give them to Alex?
We gave them to a lady.
Briar?
Yeah, I didn't know if we should say her name.
You gave information to Briar?
She was going to do something about it.
Yeah, like actually help the kids who were missing.
Instead of sit around talking about them? And Warren just kind of gives a pointed look at HQ.
Logan shares the look.
Not even Avery.
Avery left.
Avery left.
Wow.
Oh.
He walked away.
I just reminded you of that, remember?
You can't blame them for being a little distracted by Beacon.
Avery might return. We know Alex and Sawyer will return at some point because they made a comment saying
shit.
so.
Drummer asked if you were muted.
Nope, they can hear me now. I have muted myself because of reasons.
I'm so sorry.
I forgot to unmute. But no.
Wait, Avery's my ride. I hope he comes back.
They're just walking around
in the van.
Well, at the mention of
keeping all the coffee to themselves,
talking about it, Logan will actually throw her hands up as well and look around at the group and say, "How long are we supposed to be waiting here for?"
I say that we ditch those three and make our own thing because they're not helping.
They've been helping.
They barely help. I mean, Alex helped. Alex.
Alex didn't help us. Sawyer helped us.
Sawyer did help us, kind of, but that was an accident.
Sawyer saved our lives.
Every time Wyatt called Alex for help on the
Avery helped
walkie-talkie,
us.
nothing was done.
They've never been down there.
I think they're like us. They just stumbled across this and they've just known about it longer. And
they're acting like they're the leaders or whatever.
Well, it seems like we could use as many people as we can to at least know they're on our side.
It would be kind of funny if they came back.
Not even here.
I don't think we would have gotten as far as we have without them.
Actually, now that you mention it, I need to make a dice roll. 1 second, please.
Dice? What are those?
Here.
I mean, I'm sure that they do more than we've seen. We really haven't.
I know. I'm just annoyed that they're not here. They're not.
They're dodging every chance to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perhaps if you're not getting the answers you need from those three, you should act on your own.
Aren't you supposed to be on Avery's side?
I think that's the first sensible thing this guy has said today.
This guy? It's a treat. No, I'm just kidding.
We figured it out.
If Alex is here, Alex is
Mortals and trees.
Listen, I thought it was a tree because it was the house, and I thought it was the tree in the house. Have you guys been
Wait,
there?
it wasn't the tree?
I thought it was
Then
the
where?
tree too.
No, it's not the tree.
I prayed to the tree like you did.
It's not
Have
the
you guys been
tree.
talking to
No,
trees?
Sentinel was like,
You guys-
oh god,
what?
the tree.
It's not trees, it's just a tree.
Yeah,
It's a big
one tree. But clearly there's
Wait, okay.
multiple voices.
So all of you were in that house with the tree at some point, yeah?
What house
Yeah.
with the tree?
Yeah, I founded that place. No, I didn't. Someone else did, but I found
There was some old house with a tree growing in it that Alex told us to go to.
Wait, Alex
Tree.
knew about it?
Alex.
I'm so done with this.
Nothing is sacred.
No. This is what I'm saying. Alex has been keeping us intentionally in the dark.
How is
Well,
the
it's not
house
like
building?
Avery said that he knew about the house. I mean,
Wait,
We don't know if Avery knows about that.
wait. If you guys went to the house, did you guys go in the backyard area?
No.
no, we were just shoving symbols into the tree.
Yeah, we put the funky symbols on the tree and then totally didn't pray to it.
Logan looks over at Theo, kind of leans forward a little bit. Theo, do you remember what happened when we went out there?
Yeah, it's fucking creepy. You know what? I don't know what you guys feel about just up and going now. Do you want to go to the house?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yes.
Aren't we supposed to be waiting for those other 3 to come back?
As I'm trying to wait.
I want to disappear. As Theo mentions that, Warren just stands up ready to go.
We were gonna ditch them.
I want it to be known that for over 10 minutes, both myself and Orser and someone were trying to get in. I could not because there was no pauses.
I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it was
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Party of 8.
Yeah, party of 8. This is what happens. Okay. If our lovely Beacon would like to go first.
Before you leave, my little sparks, I will leave you with one warning. Be careful who you trust. People closer to you could actually have the eyes and ears of someone else. And they're not going to be the ones that you want to be found by.
Logan bristles a little bit, but stays quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laura just kind of looks down.
You have reached out to my siblings before. If you ever wish to reach to me, you can. Good luck.
How do we reach out?
Do we just do what we did before? Pray to the tree?
Not the tree.
I'm kidding, not the tree.
I think they're gone.
Mortals have this tendency to create sacred places. If that's what feels fitting, do so.
What's your real name?
Oh my god.
Can you put that in the gameplay chat, please? I don't know if it'll show up.
It
No, it
won't.
won't.
It
It
won't.
won't. It's
No.
so good. I'm sorry.
I'll just post it somewhere else. Media.
Yes.
Anyways, go on.
Oh, Laura just asked, what's your real name?
It's not something I can simply tell you, Lorena. It's something that you must find on your own.
More games.
Not a game. That's just how it works. If I told you, it wouldn't have the same personal impact than if you discovered it on your own.
I see you. Well, I don't actually see you. But fine. We'll figure it out.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh.
I don't like that. I don't like the laughter that followed that. That's just not giving me confidence.
Okay, but I'm still swooning over her calling us her little sparks.
Sit down.
Okay, house tree.
So with that, if you happen to, you know what? Actually, all of you, give me a mind check.
Oh,
Just a flat mind?
Just a flat mind.
Okay, one sec. I gotta check mine.
Give me a flat.
Yeah, I
I'm
gotta
gonna
see
go
mine.
dig it up.
Let me go look.
Yeah. I
flat
had my
mind.
sheet open on my
Yep,
phone.
just basic.
So that means just roll whatever your mind stat is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Logan head.
3
empty.
1s, baby.
Yo, Reese. Yo.
So much mind over here.
Big brain.
Am I?
Dang it.
No, I also
Oh my
passed.
God.
I also passed.
You share some brain.
The only ones
Dude,
to pass
literally
were Reese
Just
and
Nick and Reese.
yeah.
Two different groups.
So, with the two of you who passed it, this is not necessarily something you can hand off to others.
It's so accurate.
With the singular brain cell. No.
There's two.
There's 2 brain cells. Both of you actually seem to almost feel beacon withdrawal from within you. Like something just slowly disappearing at like the back of your head, base of your spine. Like it's there and you can just feel it disappear. You know that trick of where somebody goes through and like manages to convince you they're pulling a string out of your hand? That thing. Imagine that, but like at the back of your head.
Comfortable.
And
Cool.
and you guys are all there. And Alex walks up. Sawyer nowhere to be seen. Alex looks more human now. Their makeup is no longer smeared across their face. They look awake.
Hopefully they got a nap.
They are holding a mug that looks like it was hand painted by somebody. And they're sipping out of it. And their eyes glance over everybody and they're like, Avery left?
Yeah.
Yeah, he walked off.
And Alex sighs and shakes their head and they're like, I shouldn't have left, but I didn't think Avery would feel comfortable talking about them while we were here. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we were gonna ditch you. Wow.
Alex takes a slow sip of the mug of coffee.
Good long sip,
like,
I hope.
Yeah, good. Like even slurps at it. Like you even hear like the slurp noise while making eye contact with you.
I don't know why I said that.
Or every 5 seconds.
And Alex is just like, we shouldn't have left you alone. I wouldn't have been mad. I guess I'll give it a go. I can give it a go. I know things. And he like he moves towards the center of like the circle of the chairs and tries to like look at everybody and he's like, I can try to answer some questions. I know I usually give it off to Avery because Avery is better at this sort of thing. But I did promise y'all answers, so I'm gonna give you answers.
So you knew about the house in the woods.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I don't know who set it up. I just know it's been there. We found it back in middle school, I want to say. So 5-6 years ago.
Oh wow.
Didn't really.
Damn you. So damn, you definitely beat me to it.
We only go there if we don't have another option. It's kind of like a safe house. If I need to abandon my van for any reason, or if Sawyer needs space, or I don't know if Avery's ever used it, but like we escape there. It's relaxing and we feel safe.
Is it okay to use it as a meeting place?
Ask permission.
They they sip at their coffee some more, and they're like, I feel like that place is meant to be a meeting place, so why not?
Did you know about the weird symbols scattered around it?
I never bothered really looking. Once I knew the roof was pretty like steady and the building wasn't going to collapse around me, that's pretty much all I cared about.
What about the backyard?
There's a backyard.
Can we go to the house?
Alex shrugs and it's like, yeah, if you want to, I guess let me clean up the pancake can't do anything about that, but like the other stuff, don't need to give the town reason to kick me out of my camping spot. And they down the rest of their coffee. Just not hesitating whatsoever. And they begin to gather up everything and cleaning up.
As they're cleaning up, Warren is definitely going to go over and try and help give them a hand.
Yeah.
Probably collecting the chairs.
Yeah, Jinx.
Each of us casting sidelong glances at the pancake. I say hesitantly.
The pancake.
Logan would have grabbed her bag, slung it over her shoulder, and then stood off to the side with her arms crossed, watching.
Wow, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Laura would help.
Where is Axel?
Knocking over it.
Logan.
Oh, where's Axel, Milo?
He would have. Would dogs have like that sense of, oh, something weird is going on, or could Axel have just been like exploring while we're talking to like God?
Axel probably noticed something was up in the regard, not necessarily because he would have heard said voice, but because your guys' reactions.
Then I feel like he would have sat like nicely next to Milo's feet.
Okay. All right.
Did Wyatt bring Remy?
No.
Wyatt never brings Remy.
So funny.
Okay.
What am I
Listen,
gonna
if you
do
have
with
a
him?
pet, it's
What's he
hard.
gonna do? Okay,
You have to weigh their life, okay?
But Remy's immortal.
Wait, he is?
For now.
Your iconic items are all immortal.
He's your iconic item, so like you could even lose him and you're gonna find him at home again. Like it's like he
It
It hurts.
It's
It
fine.
feels bad.
So Alex, if Avery has beacon, what do you have?
Alex pauses and like going to like pick up like a cooler or something, and sounds nervous. They like look and they like eye Theo's shoes.
Uh-oh.
And then shake their head and they're like, I don't. They're not entirely confirmed yet. So I don't want to give you something that is wrong. I'd
Theo,
rather give you
interesting.
as much. I want to be as honest with you guys as possible, and I don't want to lie. So do not.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So I'd rather not answer that question at this moment.
Well, what do you think about Beacon?
I only know what Avery has shared with me. And that she's kind of demanding.
Have you spoken to her?
Maybe when they get finalized, once they've cemented their place, you don't really remember the others. So.
And does yours have a habit of sticking their nose into conversations?
No more than the others?
Good to know.
Mine likes to strike business deals.
Oh, yours is the business partner.
Business partner.
Interesting.
And they kind of like haul the cooler to the back of their van, and put it away, and then go back for like all of like the grill supplies and stuff. And they're like, it's. I'd love to be able to answer questions about them. I really would. I'm just not quite comfortable with the situation just yet. And I know that doesn't excuse my or my friend's behavior or the lack of information that we have given you, but Alex like almost like scrunches their face and shakes their head. They're like, you're still malleable. You still have, you're not set yet. So there's no deadline for you guys. So you're safe. For now. But just be careful what they offer you.
She glances at Laura at that.
Well, why are you looking at me? You barely knew my name. You can't do that.
Say it like it's illegal.
She like squints a little bit. I didn't say anything.
Hey, Alex, can I finally ask? What's with the skull motif?
1 second, everyone. Time out. Hi, my bot is auto-timing out emotes, but thank you, Jamie, so much for that raid. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, everyone, that's been getting timed out. I got panicked, and you all are fine. And hello. No.
Hello, all.
I'm trying to untime out people. I am so sorry. It's so chaotic. But yeah, we're in the middle of a 8-person TTRPG thing right now. But you're more than welcome.
Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
To vibe.
Gio, you're such a little shit.
Listen, some of us will have to go before next time.
Oh, you were playing Valheim. Okay, awesome. Thank you again so much, everyone. I gotta get back to GMing.
Thank you all and enjoy.
I just saw a bunch of timeouts and I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah. What were you asking, Alex? I am so sorry.
It's fine. Lorna just asked, "What's with the skull motifs? Like the motif?"
You don't like skulls?
Well, yours is like half done. Like it's some kind of like
deliberate.
Yeah.
They try and like shrug and they're like, the more, and then they sigh, put down whatever it is that they're carrying and like take off the jacket, and they're like, the more complete it gets is not a good thing.
What does that mean?
Every little rhinestone, the little stickers, is another missing kid.
Oh.
So I picked a skull because the longer we go without finding them, statistically, the more likely they're dead.
Logan looks like she wants to ask a question, then doesn't.
It was originally started as like an off-color haha joke kind of thing to try and make light of the situation, and then it became this. And if it finishes, I don't know what I'll do again.
It's nice to have a memorial, but it feels like you're carrying that weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're the one who carries all the guilt, huh?
I tried to organize things to make it. Avery is our leader, our reluctant leader, but our leader, and he makes a lot of plans and they follow through. If Avery makes the plan, there's never an issue. And Sawyer is good at being supportive and helping and stopping things from happening before they get too bad. And then there's me, who I'm good at compiling information, getting information to the people who need it. But somebody has to remember why we're doing this. Avery does
What happened?
to protect Wyatt. Sawyer does it to protect Annie. I do it for them.
What happened to the rest of you?
There's a sad smile on Alex's face, and they're like, well, there was a point where we tried to do a thing without Avery. We didn't think it. Avery was carrying a lot. Avery was worried about something with home. I don't know if he saw something down there that he didn't want to tell us or what, but we decided to do a couple a couple searches without him, without his guidance, without his knowledge. We had maps that he drew. We had everything, and Sawyer went down with a couple others, and only Sawyer made it back. You guys helped with that. It would have been far worse if Sawyer didn't come back. I don't know if the others are still down there, if they're gone, if I'll see them again and they'll be different. But Alex taps at a spot almost above their heart that has a couple of the little stones separate from the others, and says, but I'm not going to forget them.
Logan just nods.
Well, not to quote the thing in our minds, but they did say if we act fast, maybe we can find more people.
Yeah. That's what
And
we're trying.
now you guys don't have to do it by yourselves because we're here.
Dream team.
We've proven so capable.
I mean, did we die? No,
We needed
not
to
yet.
get saved.
She has a point. We are
We
alive.
needed to get saved.
We saved a few. We did things.
Does that count if we had to get saved by Sawyer?
It's an
Nick, you are a pessimist. What would you say, Theo?
it's an equal exchange.
Yes. What? What? What did I just agree to?
Being
I
needing
think by
to
that
be
logic, I guess we owe Sawyer our lives.
Let's not be making any devil deals quite yet.
Are you saying Sawyer's the devil?
Alex kind of
I don't know.
chuckles.
Who's in his head?
And it's like, out of the three of us, Sawyer's probably the least like the devil. Just saying.
Well, who's in his head then, huh?
I don't know.
Fluffy clouds.
For all I know, it's elevator music, but he's a wonderful human being. Okay, do not. Alex kind of like pushes their hair out of like their eyes, and they're like, okay, we got this cleared up enough. And like pulls out their phone, and they're like, I'll text Avery and Sawyer and let them know we're heading to the house.
Treebeard.
Treebeard.
Let's go.
Hey,
Alex sighs and like
Treebeard?
rolls their eyes, and they're like, really, Treebeard? You call it Treebeard?
Treebeard. Yes, we do.
Wait,
It was
you
Nick's
guys were the
idea.
ones who was calling it Treebeard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sentinel doesn't seem too happy.
Well, I don't know who he is, but he can deal.
I like you.
I like you too.
Hey, Alex, can we take an aside here for a second?
Sure. And they like literally step like maybe 10 feet away.
Wow, that was some distance.
Well, it's good enough. We'll stage whisper, whatever. The point being, you seem to keep on top of and keep track of various people around Haven Hill, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
So would you know any specific individuals, if they're, say, already under control of one of these voices from Red Acre, or hell, even helping us?
That we're working on that. We're trying to work out a system for that.
Okay. But we can't tell right now.
You'll know something's up. Like, right now, all I can tell you, it's a gut feeling. And I know that's not enough to go off of, but it's about what we have. If I can come up with a survey to hand out to people, I would, but...
No, I get it. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess. And they finish typing on their phone and they send the message out. And you get, like, you hear the little notification noise. That didn't go through.
It did. It did go through.
No, it didn't
We
go
did
through.
hear it.
It didn't go through on stream. But like you hear the little buzz of their phone going off, and they nod, and they're like, "Okay, Sawyer will meet us there." Avery hasn't yet responded, but yeah, we'll meet them there.
You're gonna be okay. He didn't seem very happy about Beacon showing up.
He
Yeah.
doesn't like them, and if they're as half of a brat as he makes them out to be, then I can't blame him. So it's try not to worry about it too much. We all have to live with decisions we make. And Alex starts heading off into the woods towards the house.
Logan glances over the group, rolls her eyes, and then follows after him.
Yep.
I guess we go
If it's
then.
walking distance.
Everything's walking distance if you're willing to walk.
So, Laura, how do you feel
How do I feel?
that you weren't the one to discover the house?
I mean, it was obvious that there were other people. I just didn't think I'd know the people who founded it. So I can't technically say that I did, but it's fine.
Okay.
At least nobody else knows, then, you know, if somebody else found it, then technically you still found it.
But now we know.
Hey, we were at least, we found those spooky symbol things. They didn't know about those.
When you say spooky symbol things,
Oh, we can show you. We're headed there right now.
Yeah, of course.
Only one of them was like bad spooky though. Like I don't know how to word it.
the others were good.
Most the three others we found just glimmered, but one of them kind of buzzes in the back of your brain.
Yeah, I believe we buried that one, right?
Did we bury it? I thought we just kind of chucked it in the backyard.
Well, I thought you were going to bury it.
I think the only really creepy thing in that house was the fucking pink poncho we found upstairs.
Oh, we put that there.
Yeah, that was ours.
You didn't burn it?
No, we used it
Why
to
would we
hide.
burn it? It's glorious.
It's very stylish. How could you?
Okay.
We hid the symbol that did the bad brain thing inside of it. Which clearly worked if you didn't look inside it.
No, we saw. You see the
Logan is pointedly not contributing to this conversation.
Yes.
And
Theo.
no, we did kind of bury it. It's tucked under that large rock nearby.
Great. What?
Huh?
We just didn't want other people finding it.
Yes, Reese.
Oh, I just said great.
Oh, great. You're my cut, so.
Sorry.
Okay, as a GM, I have a question because I don't remember actually being hidden. I remember it being placed on the thing and making your brains go burr, and then you guys shoved it off the tree, and then some of it shattered and hit the ground, and then it was never touched again.
No, half of it broke, and then we gathered it up and then hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember that at all.
It's not like buried or anything. We just found a sizable rock nearby and tucked it under.
I thought that they were gonna bury it. It was Nick.
We don't have shovels.
It's fine. Nick can't shovel anyway because have you seen his arms?
I am a small noodle. But yes, the poncho was left in the house. Unless someone took it.
I don't think anyone would have taken that voluntarily.
Shut up! It's beautiful.
Is it?
I don't know who would touch it but Pole.
I could also just be misremembering this. And
No. We definitely did. We definitely put it somewhere outside.
I think we tucked it somewhere nearby, just
Yes.
outside the house.
Okay, I might have just not
Registered?
that part might have just not registered for me because
No, you're
every
good.
time you guys have mentioned hiding it again, I'm like, I don't think you did. My brain says no. But, if all of you are saying you did, then I'm gonna believe you. Do not take this as a way to cheat me later.
No, we wouldn't.
We would never.
No.
Mr. Henderson.
Us? Gaslight the GM?
No.
No.
Most of us would never.
You all are saying
Most
if you're
of
friends or not. Anyway.
Joke's on you. What friends?
You're not.
So,
Your mom's not safe, Nick.
Oh, shit.
Your mom's
Speaking of, can Wyatt
Your mom.
Can Wyatt? Yeah, Wyatt can totally text Avery. What do you want to text Avery?
Oh, he just wanted to say pretty much the same thing that Alex said. I guess that they're going to the house because he probably feels bad just leaving after that.
Okay. You sent. So you send it, and Avery sends back another one of the heavily filtered photos that you're used to from him. But you're just okay. And it's just it looks like he's in the forest himself. Just staring at the sky. But there's 20 million filters on it seems like.
Love Avery's pre-memes.
Definitely went through and was just take this, slap a couple.
It'll still. Wyatt probably won't even understand what it's supposed to mean, but it'll at least make him feel better that he's responding. So he'll take it.
Oh, hey, Alex. Do you guys have a club name? Because Avery was very resistant to it.
A club name? Why? Do you have one you want?
No. I bet I can come up with one, I'm sure. I just think that we should have a name,
Why do you think we should have a name?
Everything has a name,
What was our group called, Lord?
Treebeard, which is also the name of the house.
How many things did you name Treebeard?
3.
And did you read Lord of the Rings?
Wyatt starts counting on his fingers. He's like,
Yes, Reese, I did read Lord of the Rings.
I was just asked.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I was just asking if you actually read it or if you just named everything Treebeard.
Oh, okay. Were you doing the name? Oh, you like this band? Name
I didn't ask you to name any characters.
Song.
But if you're going to, go ahead.
Full honesty, I suggested Treebeard as a joke. Lore has then since named both of those things Treebeard.
And our group chat. So maybe 3 things.
See, I was going to say naming things makes it helpful, but not if you're naming everything the same thing.
Well, I won't do that for this one. Yes, it does make it helpful. It is. We could be like, the thing instead of
The thing.
the thing.
Hey, where's Warren walking in this little group marching order?
Warren has probably been keeping towards the front, looking between Logan, who looks like they're trying to put as much distance between the group as possible, and then the rest of the group in the back arguing about Treebeard. Just kind of like trying to almost mediate and make sure Logan can fucking sprint.
Okay. If Logan would probably notice that Warren is around behind her and would slow down just a little bit to match pace. And very pointedly paying no mind to the rest of the group, would speak a little bit quietly, like, so you mentioned that you got a voicemail or whatever?
Yeah, I just received this really weird kind of beeping voicemail on my phone. I can play it for you if you want.
What do you mean beeping?
Just, have you ever heard Morse code? I think that's what Jordan called it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was just a bunch of Morse code. It, after we figured it out, it spelled out find Alex, basically.
So you just got some random voicemail and decided to track down some random kid.
Well,
and
I mean, Alex is Kim's sister, so.
Oh, right.
Sister?
Well,
fuck. Kim is Alex's sister. Fuck.
Kim is Kim.
My brain is bad with words right now.
Yeah, no, you're good. Because you said that, and like I didn't even think anything of it until you said something. You were like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh, wait."
I'm good at word jumbling.
Yeah, no worries.
Logan still has her arms crossed, but she shrugs a little bit and is like, "Okay, that makes sense, I guess."
Yeah, if it was just like any Alex, great. What'll I do with that?
So what? You haven't been down there, have you?
No. Nothing about this growing maze? I just got this weird voicemail.
Wait, so no one explained anything to you?
No.
Logan stares at the back of Avery's or Alex's head.
Alex pointedly ignores this.
Yeah, they basically just told me to breakfast. I thought we were all on the same page.
Well, clearly not. She glances back, kind of a dark look at the rest of the group, who I assume are all still arguing about Treebeard naming conventions.
Moved on to arguing about something else.
They're just definitely arguing.
Theo's just got their gummy worms. I don't know what you're talking about.
I would also just laugh at them.
Your breakfast is gummy worms?
Well, yes, and also if anybody was near Theo, they would offer some. Gummy worms.
Lorena would take some gummy worms.
I was about to say, can Wyatt take them up on that offer?
Lorena and Wyatt sticking their hands in the bag. He isn't going to touch it. He doesn't like sharing food.
So as they're all exchanging gummy worms for friendship, I guess. God, who needs that? Logan would have looked back at Warren and rolled her eyes and was pointing. She's not saying this loud enough for the others to hear, not on purpose anyways, but would say, I don't know what the hell any of them are talking about anyway, so she shrugs. All of it is weird, and none of it really makes sense.
let's see if how up to date I am. Voices in our heads. The voices need us for some nebulous reason, and some of them are responsible for all the kids disappearing, like David.
Well, it seems like it's one that is also many.
Were we talking to you?
I can hear you.
Laura was up at the front talking with Alex. It's true.
Out of character, I was going to say, if anyone else wants to hear this conversation, they're welcome to chime in. Logan's just going to get no shit for it.
Laura's just always listening.
So Logan rolls her eyes. Sorry, what did Laura say?
she had said. Wait,
I don't even know what she said, but I'm rolling my eyes at it.
The first time when she initially cut in.
She had said that there's the one that's taking the kids is one, but they seem to also be many.
Okay. And then were we talking to you? I can hear you. Logan would just roll her eyes, but nod reluctantly, and say, yeah, just one that's taking kids, and she'd trail
for all
off.
the kids who just black out.
What do you mean?
You said that they just kind of take you over and then you woke up in the middle of the woods.
Well,
Do you know if any of the other voices are doing that to kids too?
that one was a little bit of a complicated situation.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said earlier, I did ask them for help, I guess.
But it doesn't sound like they all asked for permission.
I guess not.
Okay.
Oh,
so we've got creepy maze, voices in our heads that are disappearing kids, and Treebeard and the backyard.
She rolls her eyes and like waves a hand dismissively. I don't know what the hell they're talking about with Treebeard. She briefly glances at Laura as if like trying to decide whether or not to ask, and then decides against it. Then nods.
Lore, could you explain? Lorena.
She opens her mouth and then closes it.
Explain what? The house?
Yeah. I think somebody said that there was something weird in the backyard.
Well, we didn't really go in the backyard. Maybe briefly.
We went in the backyard. They're the ones who are naming things Treebeard.
We were putting together the tree puzzle thing.
Wyatt shouting from...
He's like half eating gummy worms. He's like, it's a good name.
It seemed like it used to be like a ritual place, the tree or whatever, and there used to be symbols in it, and we were putting them back, which I don't know if that was a good idea, but we like
one
puzzles.
of them wasn't.
Well, that's true.
The other one seemed fine.
There's something that you should probably know. Did you guys ever meet the monster in the maze?
The what?
I don't
The
think
mom?
so.
A monster.
The Mim, sorry.
The mom?
The Mim, monster in the maze.
Oh, I was like, what? There's a mom in the
For
maze.
sure.
I mean, there probably is.
Technically, there's many moms.
So many moms.
Moms in the maze.
Wouldn't it just be MM?
Nays mom?
No, that's
Well, no, because like if you're gonna use in the acronym, then you'd also have to use the in the acronym, so then it'd be MITM.
Mitum.
Anyway.
Is this an
acronyms are based on what sounds cool. Shut up.
So this
Shut up,
is
Justin.
what a game with. I don't remember how many people there are here, but
Hey,
thank you. I can count. No. Yeah, the monster. Well, that's what Alex called it. It's more like
It's invisible.
yeah, it's invisible. It's more of a feeling. Except supposedly if you close your eyes, which I didn't do, you can kind of see it. Yep, you guys
Logan blinks and then shakes her head. I have no idea what you're talking about.
There were just a lot of people down there. We never really saw anything else.
What does it feel like?
It's kind of like the buzzing, but it's like only when it's close to you.
You feel a presence, but you can't see them.
There was something. Do you guys remember when after Sawyer took off, it was like a headache and it went away as quickly as it came?
Oh yeah, that's where it's. We met it because of Sawyer. It seemed to be following him.
Logan frowns. Gives
It
a
was
small
just a
nod.
split
Doesn't
second.
say anything.
Right before we left. Maybe. I'm not sure. There's so much weird stuff going on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Honestly,
you guys are telling us you went to the moon, but the invisible monster in the maze is too much for you.
Yeah,
Hey, he went to the moon. That was.
I don't know for sure if that's what it was.
We already went over this, Wyatt. They didn't actually go to the moon.
It doesn't matter. It sounds cool.
Honestly, I thought we were going to die, so it was hard to really appreciate that at the time.
If it was a pain that seemed to appear as quickly as it, or disappear as quickly as it appeared, and was after Sawyer, that would be it, Alex says, from where they're leading. And Sawyer is really good at causing trouble to make sure it doesn't get on anybody else.
Well, it didn't seem that bad. I think it was probably the least scary thing that we encountered down there.
Well, you couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
Alex whirls around and faces you guys, and their expression is stern. Almost like stone. And they're like, it was fine because it wasn't after you. It was fine because it didn't dare pay attention to you. It was fine because you didn't get to feel it suck all of the warmth and energy and anything that makes your body feel alive out of you as it grabs you. And they shake their head and they turn away and they keep walking towards the...
So Reese just kind of shrunk back at that and nodded quietly and stopped talking.
No.
So did you get grabbed?
I think that's a little bit obvious, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
I don't
can work
think you
off
can.
of descriptors.
Once. One time.
Is that why you don't go down there?
It's a side effect, yeah. When we thought it was only down there, it can come up here.
Oh.
What?
Great. Great. Awesome.
But only if you make it. We fucked up that night. And nothing Sawyer did could get it to stay away from me. And I would never wish that upon anyone.
Sorry, I didn't mean to undermine your experience.
No, it's easy to make fun of the invisible monster unless you've experienced it. The only reason I'm here is because Avery got me out.
How?
eye contact, I think. He grabbed me. Me and Sawyer held me in place. And it was me, but I wasn't me. And it was coming for them. And even with not being able to do anything, I was so scared that they too would be, they'd feel that, they'd die inside. But I remember Avery's eyes and Sawyer's hands, and I was awake, and then we were running again. Just don't. It's not something to joke about. In fact,
How do you fight it?
I'm sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I just said, how do you fight it?
You get really good at dodging. I don't know of any way to fight it.
All of our characters here with no body, like, great.
Yourself. 2 points in body.
He was literally going to say, well, Nick's screwed.
Yeah, I've got an 8d6 in all body rolls.
Guess I'll die.
If you don't mess up as bad as we did, it shouldn't come after you. But
what constitutes as that?
Just flashing back to the lucid incident, like, yeah, sure, we'll just not mess up.
We chased a lucid and hit it with a paintbrush, but apparently that wasn't bad.
I think it doesn't matter because I'm not making you guys go down there again.
Wait. She pauses and she's thinking about her words, and then she continues. The sentinel or whatever said that that's how I could bring Nadia back if you look into their eyes or whatever. Do they do that to the kids who get taken? Do they send the invisible monster or whatever after them?
They might not have to use it. They might have another easier way of doing it to people who aren't being forced. People who don't know better. A lot of the ones, I don't have proof of it, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the kids who go missing are taken when they're sleeping.
Logan looks to Reese.
I wasn't. But maybe they just knew I wouldn't be able to put up that much of a fight.
Damn.
Selling yourself short over there. Or
wait, are
you haven't read my file?
Like, are you short?
I'm 5'6". Is that short?
No, you're actually tall compared to some people. Okay.
Nick is 5'2".
Out of character, I would die to be a 5'6", but we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, no. Alex says that whatever they told you might be what Avery did. We've done our best to avoid even being seen by it again. Or at least I know myself and Avery have. Sawyer seems to really enjoy causing trouble to help others. But you're not going in the maze again, not if I can help it. We can get so much information just above ground. We don't... The information you guys managed to retrieve for us before, we can use that. We can analyze it. We can figure out if there's a pattern and there are methods of searching. We have options.
But what if there are more people down there?
Yeah.
There are more people down there. What do we do about them?
We have to get them.
We're going to get them.
We need to do
Warren.
recon first. I'm not just going to send you in there blindly. The fact that I already did, I can't.
Makes me upset.
We won't go in blind, but we're not. But what the beacon said was we can't keep sitting around talking about things.
Yeah.
We don't know that down there is the only place with answers, and we shouldn't look in the most dangerous place first.
No.
Briar is helping the kids that are missing.
Avery said that.
That's not very reassuring.
You clearly never met Briar.
Like wraps his arm, like their arms around their waist, and just loses it. And they're like, Briar is the most contradictory person ever.
You asked us to bring her papers.
I gave you the option. She was not the only one.
Are you saying we messed up?
No.
Maybe.
No. the getting her to promise anything.
Well,
we promised she would try.
That's something.
I mean, she burnt down a house.
She probably
She burnt down a house because we were stuck.
I don't know if that counts as hell. No, she burnt down another house, not the same.
Wait.
She burned down
the
3 houses.
Someone in this party. Didn't you ask her to burn down a house?
Theo.
Wait.
Gummy worms.
One of you told her to do
face
that?
with gummy worms.
No, not the first ones. This was after.
Yeah, after. Yeah.
After the first forest fire?
It wasn't a forest fire.
Wait, I think I need more context here. You're lighting forest fires?
There was no forest fire.
Briar exploded the forest for a second.
Oh, did she?
They exploded the forest?
It was an abandoned house, I believe.
Exploded.
It was
I thought it was just the grass.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Out of character, I'm clarifying. Briar burnt down the forest in our first meeting, and then with the other group burnt down 3 houses.
Okay.
No. So
Out of character.
wait, no.
Fuck.
So they burnt down for the distraction, and then they did the forest fire, and then they showed up at Wyatt's house, like having just burnt down some shit.
Okay.
And that's what I'm talking about, is when she showed up at Wyatt's house, like having just burnt down some.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry. I forgot about the forest fire somehow.
Yeah, back in character, Logan's gonna like wave her hands. Okay, hold on. There was a forest fire. She burned down more things after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why?
Milo is staring at Theo.
Why are we working with an arsonist?
Okay, listen.
Why did she burn the
That's what I've been
forest?
saying.
What did the forest do to her?
A distraction to help us. Every time it has been a distraction to help us.
Okay, I get that, but the forest, that could have spread. That could have been very bad.
It could have spread, or we could have died. So
were people
we
with
didn't have
eyes
much of a choice
everywhere.
there.
We could have died for other. I'm not saying she isn't reckless. I'm just saying it's not like it was random fire for fun.
Does the
Though
forest
she
look on
did seem
fire
to
to
enjoy it a
you?
lot.
The forest is
She did-
not
she
on
did seem
fire,
to enjoy it a lot.
obviously.
Okay, this is.
I mean,
So
she
you think
seems
We need to
cool,
give her
so-
more credit for the help she did give us.
Oh, so you like her?
Yes. She saved our lives, kind of.
She seems
She did.
cool. How do you not like?
I like her too. But how do we know that the papers that you gave her, she didn't just burn immediately after, considering she enjoys that?
We don't know that, but I have to believe that's not what happened.
She used them to start the fire.
Shut up, no.
Use them as
Logan is speed walking slightly ahead of Alex at this point to distance herself from the group.
Logan, where are you going?
I feel like at this point we've probably reached the tree beard,
you're now
unless Briar was here first.
Logan sped walked, saw the house, and just nope. She's goodbye.
Treebeard
She's
is
walking
already
ahead.
on fire before we even get there.
So you guys have actually approached the house now. I would say about like in the heat of your argument, Alex has opened the door and just kind of like sarcastically gestures for you all inside. And you all kind of go in while still bickering. Like I feel like, this is like right, you guys don't think anything of it. And Sawyer's there already. Sawyer's kind of sitting at the base of the tree, leaning back against the trunk, tapping away on his own phone. So let's go through with stuff that is in Treebeard right now. There's an amp. There's a car battery attached to the amp.
Totally not stolen.
Totally not stolen car battery.
No, don't be ridiculous.
No, of course not.
The box of random supplies on the kitchen counter that a specific group had raided. There's let's see, what else is there? There's
May or may not be a pizza box left over.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, the pizza box is still there.
Is there any pizza left?
It's probably gone.
No.
Oh, as my internet drops. What? Oh, it's
We
still hear
for
you.
a second.
You're good
Okay.
on our end.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still hear
Yeah,
you.
no,
And
Discord.
there's
Yeah,
been no
I saw-
interruption.
I saw the it just kind of like blurred on the Twitch, but I think
Okay.
we're okay.
Yeah. So there's now that you all are looking, you can see that there are evidence of multiple people having visited this place. And you can even see like the spots that you had specifically like stood in or had conversations in. In fact, there's on the back door, Theo, you can almost imagine your handprint on the door itself from when you had yanked it open.
Dude.
And Alex gestures and he's like, they're like, here it is. This is a safe house.
Reese is kind of taking a moment to take it all in because it's a lot cooler looking than he was expecting. A lot more like this clearly is an important place with a lot of neat things, and he's excited. Like, this is clearly an important scene.
Mm-hmm.
Warren goes over to where the amp is hooked up to a car battery and just kind of gives a questioning look towards Sawyer and asks, so what's this for?
Sawyer shrugs and was like, that was there when I showed up. Somebody else must have brought him.
Wonder who.
And I wonder who could have stolen a car battery.
The car battery was stolen?
No.
No, Nicholas.
I feel like that's a check. You're lying.
No, we would never do that.
Yeah, we would never.
You don't have to roll for it because I'm about to expose them for.
Also, I don't think you have to roll for it because it was a pretty sus
pretty bad lie.
As Laura goes to roll.
Shush! I stopped.
What kind
There
of
was
role
no
would that even
point.
be?
Oh, you know, just Wyatt, Lore, Maxie breaking into Mr. Gallagher's car to steal his car
Oh my
battery.
god! Why do you have to say everything?
Stole Mr. Gallagher's car battery?
It was.
Where was the car?
We were doing it for you, Nick.
I told you not to.
Well, look, he was carrying you, and he deserved it. And it was Maxie's idea, and it was Maxie's thing.
And you did it in broad daylight in the school parking lot.
School parking lot. You stole a battery from the school parking lot.
Evidence that we did this.
Where else are you trying to get kicked out of school?
I haven't been yet. So
are you trying?
Nobody caught us.
Nobody caught us. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Stealing if nobody caught you.
Nick, how dare you?
That's a lie. That's not true.
Borrowing.
How
Nick,
dare I expect you to learn your lesson?
I am so much stronger than you. You should fear me.
I'm sure you can beat the crap out of me.
So shut your mouth.
Why are we here again?
Answers.
Do we want to start with the backyard?
What about the
Yeah, show us the funky backyard.
Logan will get up. She probably was like leaning against something with her arms crossed as per usual.
Back's covered in dust now.
Lovely. And will groan upon realizing this, but then move over to, is the backyard entrance like in the kitchen area, or was it just in the living room area?
Oh, it was the kitchen.
I thought it was the kitchen.
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Is the backyard entrance in like the kitchen area or just in the living room area?
It was kind of like the main common space area.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, like,
Cool.
it could be easily seen / accessed from either, I would think.
Okay.
Logan will go up to the door. She briefly considers trying to open it and then remembers what happened last time and thinks better of it. And then we'll step to the side and turn to the rest of the group and say,
Here comes Theo.
look at Theo, and just kind of nod her head towards the door like, do you want to try the door again?
Sure.
Didn't you say it tried to close last time? I could try to hold it open.
Yeah, we're gonna
Sure.
need to hold it open.
Okay.
What's even back here? Is it? I don't understand.
Just wait, you'll see. Theo?
Hard to describe. Yeah, Theo's gonna try to open the door.
Just a very, like, specific Theo. Theo.
No, she's not going to ask for help, but she will very pointedly order people around.
All right.
How about that door?
Yeah, do you try the door?
Yeah.
Do I make you roll for it?
It'd be easier to open since it was open before?
Yeah,
Or
but it
would
did
be the
slam
same?
shut last time.
Okay.
They had a hard time even keeping it open.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Refreshes the hinges.
So,
Gotta get that WD-40.
yeah.
WD-40's bad.
Can I get the roll, please?
With
I have
everyone watching.
feeling that something is gonna go very poorly. 1 second.
You got this.
Good luck.
Wyatt's just like hyping them up because I can't do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't you have luck points?
Do you want
Do we
some
have luck
help?
points in this?
I do have. Wait, do we have luck points?
Yes, you have luck.
You have one.
Yeah, not that door. Please. I'm not gonna break that pride, please.
Watch it still not work.
This door is after your pride. It has
The
been.
fucking door.
I will fucking push to get
It'd
that
be
door.
hilarious though. If they're like the backyard, like, oh, never mind. Like, can we just walk around the house?
No.
No.
No, we have to go through the. It's
Okay.
Stop
Are you gonna roll again?
Oh, this is gonna go. Oh.
no, you got
You can do it. You can do it, Theo. We've
One,
got videos.
one.
Please. Out of
We've got
16
one.
dice.
Oh my god.
The door opens for you.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
seems like it fought you for a moment, almost like it was trying to deny you. And then once you get it open, it swings open nice and easy.
Really?
Door has personality.
We love the door.
Playing hard to get.
Just like last time,
Yeah, it is.
the ground is like river rocks and smooth, and there are trees constantly, well, not constantly, but consistently pressed close to each other. Smooth, almost metallic, and their leaves and their branches grow and try to reach out to the house. But above the tree that the house has been built around, its leaves themselves seem to block these weird, smooth trees from grasping the house. Do you step outside?
I think Theo would like hold the door for a moment and gesture with their head like anyone who wants to take a peek. Prefacing with, I promise I won't shut the door on you, but it's really hard to keep open. Anyone who wants to take a peek, please do.
Wyatt will go out there.
Laura would too.
Okay, since those two are going out, Warren follows.
Wyatt, Lauren,
Nice.
Warren.
Can Milo poke his head out?
Yes, and Milo with his head.
This is like looking around Milo to try to get a view.
He's just feeling it with his head.
Yes, just his head. Yeah,
testing it out.
And you step outside. You step into the backyard, and the ground crunches beneath your feet. You can feel your feet unsteady, struggle to... It's difficult to find a way to stand still without feeling like the rocks will just move from underneath you. And the trees just go through, and they're smooth. They're so smooth. They can't be real. The leaves themselves almost look like aluminum foil. They look fake. Do you touch them?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
No.
Also, Leia asked if there's any way, Amber, that your volume could be turned up.
Yeah, I messaged in the OOC chat.
Okay.
1 second.
Logan is pointedly not exiting the house and is actually staying inside, this time to try and get a gauge of what Tallulah and Nadia claimed happened last time.
Wyatt and Laura just like, hell yeah, we're touching the trees.
Warren is like right behind them, ready to fucking yank them. Something happens.
How tall is Warren compared to these two?
Warren's like, I forget height.
I think he said
That's all, huh?
7'8".
How much?
Yeah, 5'7", 5'8", maybe.
Okay, you're a little bit taller than Wyatt then.
That might make you the tallest behind Milo? Or I don't know Theo's height, actually.
Theo's 5'8". Theo's 5'8".
Damn, y'all tall.
Theo seems tall.
I am baby. My God.
Listen.
We'll arrange our characters by height later.
Please, I need to get a height chart for them.
Yeah.
This is escapism. We all want to be tall.
All right.
Exactly.
I'm playing 5'2".
Except
Yeah, because
Justin.
you're a 6-foot character and you're perfectly happy with your height.
I am perfectly happy with my height.
Okay, for those of you who stepped outside.
Yeah, we were touching leaves.
Yeah, you were touching leaves. I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Boy.
Only
Okay.
things.
Am I
That's
good?
not a
I hate
normal
when you
die.
ask us to roll the d20 because it just
This is
feels...
for all the people
You
who
have
are
no
outside,
control.
yeah?
Last time I rolled
These
the
are all the
d20,
people
I
who
got
stepped
like
outside.
I got like taken by the song. So
Why didn't it work?
Do
Is it
I?
everyone
Milo forgot to type roll.
I count. My head counts.
Okay,
Yes,
why
your
isn't it
head's-
working?
it's-
So you gotta type
Exclamation
roll.
point roll.
Oh my god.
oh, that's nice.
All right, is it?
That's pretty good.
Oh, Justin, you stepped
14,
outside?
17, 15.
I would have followed towards the
Okay.
tail end, yes.
14.
They're high numbers.
So
And Milo
Warren's the
has to
only
roll?
one?
Or Milo did roll.
Does
Milo
Warren have to roll?
If you step
did roll.
outside
Warren rolled
into the
14.
backyard, yes.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I see it above there.
Mhm.
Um, um,
Are we missing someone from the rolls?
I'm trying.
No,
to-
Warren.
So whoever
just,
stepped outside.
It's just whoever stepped outside. Yeah.
Warren's is just above
Who
everybody
didn't
else.
step outside.
I think Theo's holding the door.
Theo and Logan didn't step outside, right?
Reese also didn't step outside.
Oh,
It looked
okay,
gross
there it is.
outside.
Good.
That's who we were missing. Got it.
Like staying inside, Logan and Wyatt are just like touching all the trees.
I love the way you guys responded to dude. You're like, yeah, absolutely, we touch it. Duh.
No.
Okay.
They look cool.
Logan would have actually like nudged Reese and been like, "Didn't you want to see the backyard?"
This is a good view.
Sure.
Those
Also, I just wanted to see all of it.
people who have touched the leaves,
Mm-hmm.
you feel the tips of your fingers tingle. You feel your skin tingle. And almost like a zing in your bones. Like that pain you would get when growing. And as you watch the part of you that touched the leaves is losing color. Slowly, the color seems to be draining from your skin. Those of you outside who got lower than, anybody get lower than a 12? One person did. You feel the urge to touch a tree trunk, to feel how smooth it is.
Uh-oh.
I love how it affected the one character who maybe wouldn't do it willingly.
I know, the peer pressure.
Right.
And Nick's...
Like as soon as like, how immediately obvious is this loss of color to Warren?
You would for sure see it within 30 seconds. It would definitely begin to feel like a filter had turned on, like a light filter.
I'm like I'm like trying to grab and pull back Lore and then Wyatt. Why that order? Because I have to pick an order.
Warren likes me more.
Nothing personal.
No, it is personal.
Oh my god.
I feel like Wyatt would be like just more like curious than it, like he wouldn't be like freaking out at it. He would just be like looking like, what the fuck?
Almost reminiscent of when you had been stuck in that dance room.
Yes.
Yeah. The curiosity of it all. And Nick, you approach the trees. You approach the smooth trunks. And you reach out. And it's almost like it's whispering to you. Asking for you. Hold its hand. But there's no hand. There's just the
I would not trust a tree with hands.
and the leaves I need you to roll a mind check, please.
Okay, at least I got 5 of those dice.
We can. I feel like it's pretty obvious Nick wouldn't be this exploratory. But for at least like me and Wyatt, because we know Nick.
We got a 6.
Nick, you stop yourself from touching the tree. And
That's good.
do you take a step back?
Yeah, no. If it's playing mind games on me, I'm gonna distance myself from the tree.
Okay, as you distance yourself, it's almost the tree, the one that you were reaching out for, is like screaming in your ears, begging for you not to leave. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Don't leave me here.
That's so cool and normal.
Wait, your trees don't do that?
I'm gonna take a swift walk back
Dude, I'd be
inside.
running so fucking fast.
Just a very brisk. I'm now inside the building.
Drummer!
I almost knocked over my mic.
Is that what the tree said?
Yes.
I'd
That's
also
exactly
like
what the tree said.
I'd also like to call for the others, just to see if they can hear.
You're calling from inside holding the door, yeah?
Mhm.
They cannot hear you.
How long has it been? What do we see them doing?
You see Wyatt and Lore holding some tree leaves. You see Lauren grasping like at the backs of their shirts.
I'm bowling.
And you see Nick like speed walking. Back
Same
towards you
speed walk
guys.
when the bells are ringing in the halls.
Yeah.
Logan would also shout, like call when she saw the weird grabbing by the backs of the shirts, would call like through the door, Warren?
He would not hear you.
I am.
She'd call again. And then would, upon no response, turn to Reese and Theo.
Theo has her brows knitted and can you hold the door for just a second?
Can I? Sure.
I need you to make a body.
Oh, fucking Christ.
No. Reese is gonna move to help.
Please, Reese.
Logan with the door.
All right, both of
A body?
both of you make a body check. Body
Is
force
it we
check.
both make a body check, or do I like
Oh,
give a dice
force.
to?
Huh.
You can do both. Or well, you can do one or the other. I'll let you pick.
I guess
Pick
I'll
before I
make a
roll.
roll. Also, I'm gonna
Okay.
roll.
Phew, okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
Nice.
All right.
I'm so sorry. What stat was it?
Body force.
Force body.
Body force. Okay.
You got this.
Oh no, I do not. But okay.
I mean, Logan's already got it, but Reese,
Yeah.
you know, moral support.
Like Logan notices that.
Just
Oh,
please
wow.
don't roll.
Okay. I was gonna say Logan can tell that Reese is doing nothing.
Between the both of you, the door doesn't even move once Theo steps away from it.
Cool.
Okay, what are you gonna do, Theo?
Theo's not going to move too far in, just like maybe 4 or 5 steps and just, hey, can you guys hear me?
They can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because you weren't responding when we were calling you from the door.
Question.
Answer.
Can Reese and Logan hear Theo?
No.
Logan just looks at Reese like, what the fuck?
Because I'm approaching the doorway, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something's
Nick
wrong
is
with that
approaching the door.
backyard.
2 people talked.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, you're good.
Reese said something is just wrong with that backyard.
That's what I was saying.
I never said I disbelieved you. I didn't know anything about this house.
Well, she kind of jerks her head towards literally everyone else in the backyard right now, freely touching leaves and shit.
Bro, the leaves
And just
look cool.
goes, well, they're a little bit more eager, I guess.
Wyatt, Lore, the hand that's holding the leaves is now numb.
We probably let go. Well, I know that if Laura saw that her hand was turning grayscale, why would let go?
Wyatt would probably let go, but he's still just like holding it out and like looking at it, like just watching it happen.
I'm sorry.
Did it stop? Like,
yeah, is my hand color back?
You can't tell.
is it spread?
Oh boy.
Is everything grayscale right now?
It doesn't seem to be. But
That's good.
more things are more vibrant than others.
Okay, enough backyard time, kids.
I think
And I start trying to like pull them back, like.
I think maybe that door was stuck for a reason.
Wait,
Maybe.
Try calling for them in the door. Try calling for them.
Hey, nerd.
Who is that?
Laura looking at?
I'm like, wait.
Not
Who's
you,
calling
Wyatt.
for who?
Wait,
Milo looks at himself like me.
All right, that was a little
all
too
the
vague,
people
I
that have been
guess.
bullied, like what?
Oh no.
Too many nerds here.
The trauma I just brought up with that one word.
Yeah.
You know what? Never. Laura just pushes her way in.
All
Do
right.
you think we could take the leaf, grab one, seal it?
No.
Why don't grab one?
No.
Wyatt,
If Wyatt tries, Warren will
Wyatt,
try
do you
and hold
grab
him back.
one?
Oh god.
Yeah, he will.
All right.
Oh my god. Has Nick gotten through the door
Nick
by now?
Yeah, Nick's gotten through the door.
How does Nick look?
Pale as a ghost.
Yeah.
What happened?
When he goes through the door, Logan would frown at him.
I'm moving past them.
Ignoring Reese?
Nick's going home.
Just ignoring Reese?
A little bit.
Oh, can they still not hear us, or is he just a dick?
Hey!
As you call out toward him, he would kind of like freeze up and look back at you. What? I'd like to.
What's the big deal?
I need a minute.
Oh, did something happen?
A lot happened.
You guys were just standing out there. What happened?
You see that tree over there?
There's lots of them, yeah.
I'm pointing at a specific tree.
The one you were touching.
No, I didn't touch a tree. But if you get near them, I don't know, something makes you want to.
What the
And then when I
just said
pulled
it
away, no. When I took a step
Is Laura back inside now?
Yeah, she pushed her way through back.
Damn.
And when I took a step back, I don't know, something was upset, scared, angry about me leaving this tree, okay?
Hey.
What the She just looks at Reese and then Lore back at Reese.
Lore, what happened?
Wyatt and I. There's Wyatt. I thought we were all coming in. I thought we all agreed to come in.
Turn around and call to Wyatt.
Can Milo help Wyatt
Try calling.
steal A leaf.
Milo can help Wyatt steal a leaf.
Hell yeah.
Is Laura gonna try calling to Wyatt?
Yes.
Are you calling from inside the house?
Yes, because she doesn't realize yet.
Okay.
So she's like, Wyatt, get in here.
Wyatt does not hear you.
He's ignoring me.
It's like
They can't hear us.
Oh.
They can hear Warren.
Like,
Warren, who is very much like, as I assume Wyatt is like sort of to take a step towards the tree again.
Yeah.
Warren's like, that's enough backyard time. And is going to like try and grab Wyatt's wrist to like try and pull him back. Like, maybe not.
Wyatt's just gonna kind of shrug him off, like it's fine. It's not. It doesn't hurt. Like it's
All
fine.
right. As all this chaos is happening, the people at the door notice Avery push his way through you guys to step into the backyard.
here he comes.
And he takes the people who are outside and like almost like a he grabs Wyatt by like this, like almost by like the scruff of his neck, like by his hoodie. And it's just like,
Good.
Get your ass back inside, and kind of like almost like full body shoves you towards the door.
Oh my god.
Damn, right in front of everyone.
And like
embarrassing.
And he's like, go. And he like gestures to Milo, gestures to Warren. He's like, do not come back here. And like keeps pushing. And as all of you, even those of you on the inside, here, like with Avery acting as almost like a wall preventing you guys going from further in, all of you begin to hear like a high-pitched ringing, a screeching, something from behind, calling, yelling, whining, shrill. And if you listen closely, you can hear the words, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. And you get through the door, and Avery makes a point of slamming the door closed and then kicking it like at the bottom for good measure, as if trying to get it stuck.
Do those of us inside hear that?
Yes.
I'll hear it.
You all hear the don't leave, don't leave, don't leave.
Okay, wait. Did we get the leaf?
Maybe that's why we can hear it.
No.
Wyatt,
I'd like
in your
to kill
hand,
Wyatt.
Oh, hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
You're from the tips of your fingers halfway up your forearm is gray.
Oh no.
What the fuck is happening to your arm?
To your elbow, everything is numb. It's not even doing the sleep tingles. You can't feel it.
Oh gee, can I still move it?
You can definitely move your elbow, but you don't. Your wrists and fingers are like stuck in the position that they were in. And
like holding the leaf.
Holding the leaf.
It's like,
we're all just like, Wyatt, put the leaf down.
Yeah,
and
Logan is literally like, what the fuck is happening to your arm?
I don't know.
Let go of that thing.
I can't.
She looks to Avery.
Avery,
Wyatt, stick your arm back in.
Avery like grabs Wyatt by the arm and with both hands like pries your fingers open. And as you all watch, you can see the color begin leaving Avery's hands as Avery removes the leaf from Wyatt's. Immediately,
God.
Wyatt, your hand begins to tingle. It begins to wake up. You begin to get the numb, tingly sleep sensation in your arm, in your hands, at the very tips of your fingers, and like your very skin itches. And Avery takes the leaf, reaches into his pocket, and sets it on fire.
Thank God I was like ready to my rotation.
So it's not just Briar.
Avery makes eye contact with you and then points at Alex and is like, I carry this solely because this fucker smokes. And Alex is like, oh, so you have my lighter. And the leaf doesn't even burn up like a normal leaf. It just seems to dissolve. And the more of it disappears, the more color returns. And Avery's like, well, if you're done with your little experiment, going out into freaking danger, y'all are stupid. And then like he walks towards Sawyer and Alex, and he's like, okay, look, this is what we're gonna do. If you're down, if you want to continue this, if you want information, if you want to help people, you need to tell me now.
Yes.
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 I do want to learn things. I want to help people. That's great. You clearly know something about what the hell just happened. We'll get into less dangerous situations if we receive proper warnings. Are you catching my drift here?
I think we found the portal to hell.
You found something, that's for certain. And I will give you warnings as I can give them to you. But now I'm going to form groups. You're going to form groups. I'm going to give you guys a squad. The people that I'm going to put you on missions with.
Missions.
We have many things that we need to find. We need to research, that we need to get information on. And so,
like the trees.
No.
The trees can fuck off. We're not worrying about them right now. They are not a pertinent thing. More kids disappeared in the time that you and I were back there. Okay? We can't keep fucking around. Now, are you down for teams? Because if you want solo stuff, you're not going to survive very long.
Teams sound good.
Nothing against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bumps her nose a little bit, but shrugs.
All right. Avery looks at his phone and is like, all right, just based on the personalities that I have seen and what I have heard, and from what I remember briefly, for that very, very brief period of time that we were all in school together, Logan, Lore, Reese, and Warren.
Oh.
You're a team.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Logan wrinkles her nose again, but doesn't say anything.
I swear you saw me and Logan and decided, I'm going to put those two together and they're going to get along. Yeah, that's going to happen.
What's your damage?
There's no damage.
Doesn't really
You're the problem.
Milo, Nick, Theo, Wyatt, you're the other team.
You mean the cool team? No, I'm kidding.
Wow. I've situated you all in these ways because I think despite your personality differences, you can work well together for the missions that we have, for the goals that we have. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
When
Never.
do we
Hell
begin?
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hmm?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And we're going to end it here.
Ooh.
Sorry, Logan.
Screaming trees, huh?
Don't be.
Laura was mostly annoyed because she didn't have her besties. Not really her besties, but it's okay.
Okay,
The
so
squad.
no going in the backyard.
Why not?
We'll be back there.
Laura got
like,
stuck
no.
with her tutor, with the mean kid, and with the new kid.
She's like, great.
Rude.
Wyatt and Laura just gave each other like the look when you get separated from your best friend in class.
I'm gonna help Avery make a sign to put on the back door. No Wyatts without supervision.
What?
Milo can be
Yo,
the
it's
supervision.
supervision.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Milo just stands back there at all times, making sure, like a bouncer.
Yeah. We'll be back there next episode. You'll see. I'll be with the trees.
Avery burned my other leaf. I need a new one.
It works so hard to get
We'll
it
bring a
too.
glove next
Guys.
time.
Yes.
Look,
Big brain.
Amber makes plot, but we're just these trees, you know?
Make a new like the car meme, but it's like the trees.
Maybe the true plot were the trees we found along the way.
Oh my.
In fairness, this is an active storytelling medium. So if we want the plot to be the trees, we can be the trees. It better not be the trees for my heart.
Okay, say goodbye to chat, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Watching.
Don't talk to any suspicious
guys.
trees.
Yeah. No, please do.
Don't take their leaves. Don't take their leaves.
Don't take the leaves.
touch the
It only
trees.
makes them angry.
Take all of their leaves.
Hug the tree.
You
What?
do you.
Okay. Thank you all, everyone, for watching Better Than Paradise Dissonance, a Tales from the Loop Blackout Club inspired campaign. Stay tuned for our little closing video, which will list all our schedule of upcoming episodes that will be recorded live. You can join us in the Discord. You can find links to everything at betterthanparadise.card.co. And we hope to see you in future episodes. Bye.